Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. It is episode 129, and I regret to inform everyone watching that I crunched the numbers. I have joined the dark side and have become an analytics person. I have become a slave to modern analytics. And do you know what I found by crunching the analytics on my channel in particular? That I am actually closer to the 50th best YouTuber who talks about books like On the Road and stand-up Yumi Chung and, you know, stuff like that. I am closer to the 50th best YouTuber to do that and talk about the NBA and WNBA rather than like the 10th best, which I thought I was. So in lieu of that, I am just gonna stop doing this. I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna trade myself. I'm gonna trade myself to a rival organization, you know. I am just gonna take a horrible deal, and my value has tanked. My trade value is therefore close to zero. I feel like I can trade myself for a YouTuber on the level of Paul George, you know, a 36-year-old Paul George. So I guess I'll do that. I guess I will do that, and I will see the results that are gonna come of that, you know. One thing is that I'm not making freaking like over 50 million a year, man. Oh man, I don't know. Man, what if I even had like 50 million like YouTube views a year, man? That'd be a lot. I don't know. Yeah. Like, I think my total was like, 9K? Yeah, I'm still surprised that I even have like 9K YouTube channel views, man. I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, dude, I had 9,000 views, man. Just on like uploading videos of Minecraft and Life is Strange and like, I don't know. It's, you know, a thing. But yeah, I guess. I feel like if anyone is aware about the NBA or basketball, they can know what that intro bit's about, but you know. Oh man, yeah, I mean, I have a lot to get to though, don't I? Yeah, it's just one of the things, man. Yeah, it's one of the things, and I have the title of the video already worked out, which is nice for me, but it's a lot, man. It's a lot. What are my thoughts, man, on Jaylen Brown being traded for Paul George, man? It sucks. It sucks, man. Brad Stevens, just horrible move, man. It's not like, I really don't think, I think this is the worst trade since the Luka trade, what our NBA is saying, but it's like, yeah, it's not the worst trade of all time, but yeah, I think it's just, there are reasons when you pick up the pieces afterwards as to like why this happened, you know, which is that, you know, after the Celtics lost out on getting Giannis, right, they were going to trade Jaylen Brown for Giannis, and if that went true, it would have been like, oh, hey, look at that, there you go, the Celtics are really scary in the East now, you know, if they're fully healthy, but, you know, Giannis ended up going to Miami. Very interesting side story going on in regards to the Heat. Dude, what the hell, the skeleton, man, dude. Stop freaking preventing me from talking, man. And, you know, stop. I don't want to talk about gameplay, man. This is not the first 20 episodes of the series. But yeah, I mean, after the Celtics lost out on getting Jaylen Brown traded to Milwaukee for Giannis, right? Which one of the things holding up that trade was that Brad Stevens himself didn't want to like offer Giannis like an extension at like the percentage that Giannis wanted, right? Something like 30% versus some 25%, something like that, right? And also another thing was that the Celtics were refusing to put Hugo Gonzalez, their player on their team, Hugo Gonzalez, in the trade package. So it's like, yeah, thinking back on it, the fact that part of the reason why Jaylen Brown is on the Philadelphia 76ers of all teams, he is on the Philadelphia 76ers. Part of the reason behind that is because Brad Stevens did not want to frickin' make Hugo Gonzalez available for in the trade. It's like mind-boggling, just mind-boggling, you know. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's a whole thing. Like, the larger conversation around this Jaylen Brown trade is that, you know, Jaylen Brown is like the face of what is like the anti-analytics, like eye test, just watch the games, FC freaking NBA fandom. But it's like, I don't know, there's been a lot of tweets being like, yeah, look, maybe it's somewhat of a thing that Jaylen Brown had a negative box plus minus during like what people are calling an MVP caliber season, you know? But it's like, obviously, like, analytics by themselves does not tell the full story, man. Yeah, like EPM or Dark Code themselves or Vorp themselves do not tell the whole story, you know? And like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you watch like that Sixers series against with Jaylen Brown. It's like, yeah, obviously he was the best player during that series, you know? Jason Tatum played in 6 games. Yeah, it is remarkable that Jason Tatum was able to come back, right? Before the end of the season, this past season. But it's like, Jaylen Brown, you know, especially in that Game 7, there was no one else freaking scoring, okay? Like, I watched that Game 7, man, most of it anyway. It's like, there was no one else scoring for the Celtics other than Jaylen Brown, man. I don't know. I guess it's the whole thing, like, the analytics, what are they telling you? Are they telling you, like, what is the takeaway from Jaylen Brown having negative analytics? Is it he's not making his team better, his turnovers are still too much of an issue, like his on-ball defense is friggin' like a mirage? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's like me reading tweets that aren't like fully like disappointed or like disgusted with the trade, you know? The thing is that I'm not disgusted with the trade from just the perspective of like, I didn't want Jaylen Brown to be traded, you know? That's not really it, you know? I think like, yeah, after the Giannis trade failed to go through, I think like, it was kind of a thing that it would have been really, really awkward if Jaylen Brown just stayed on the team for the next season. But the main contention, I feel like my main contention and a bunch of Celtics fans' main contention is that you traded him to the Sixers. You traded him to a rival within the Eastern Conference and made them better. And it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, there hasn't been much conversation on like, what does this do for the Sixers, you know? And it's interesting because hasn't been that much conversation on like Joel Embiid, you know, in all of this. I feel like that's like the thing with Joel Embiid is that his health has gotten to the point where it's just, after a season where he only played 38 games, it's gotten to the point where he's just such like a side story. He's such like a tangential piece of the Sixers main storyline, you know? Like, the Sixers main storyline now is like, what are they gonna do to build around Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe? And what, like a development in that is freaking Jaylen Brown gets to be on that team with them. It's like, okay, and then freaking someone leaving the Lakers in free agency, you know, at 42 years old could end up on that team too, and could end up signing there too. It's like, dude, what the hell, man? Oh, man, I don't know, just so many things, man, so many things. Yeah, I'm getting off track, but that's what the series is, man. You should, I mean, after however many episodes in this world, you know, you should know. Anything else on the Jaylen Brown trade? That's why I'm upset with it. And the fact that just the Celtics got Paul George back. It's just, I remember I was on the toilet, man. I was on the toilet, and then I saw the tweet, and I was just like, why? Why did you do that? What is going? Why? They got 2 first-round picks. It's like, okay, but you know, what are the chances those picks are gonna be in the lottery? It's like, you know, very slim. But it's like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Paul George is just a worse version of Jaylen Brown in every single way. He's a worse defender. He's a worse freaking. He's a worse scorer. He's worse at everything, man. At his age, you know, like prime Indiana Pacers Paul George for Jaylen Brown. It's like, okay, yeah, dude, I could see it, but it's like, that's not him anymore, man. Like, he was pretty good in the Sixers series against the Celtics, you know. But like, yeah, like he defended Tatum and Brown well, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, what are the chances, man? Like, he's also way more injury prone, and he got suspended for the 25 games. You know, I don't know. Like, it's like, just like from every friggin' angle of it, it's just like he's a worse player, man. That's the thing, and that's the thing about Paul George. I don't know. Like, to really zoom out, you know, if you think about the NBA in general and like how the NBA has changed since 2010, right? Basically, like one thing is that one big way basketball has changed since 2010 is obviously like Steph Curry and team shooting more trees as a result, which kind of was the foundation for that was laid by Mike D'Antoni and the 7 seconds or less Suns, right? There's like a true line from the 7 seconds or less Suns to the Golden State Warriors to the 2018 James Harden era Houston Rockets, which was the team where Daryl Morey, former Sixers GM, when he was the GM there, Daryl Morey was like, we built the team to frickin' take down the Warriors, and then they missed frickin' 27 straight trees in a game 7, so, well, that's one of the true lines, that's one of like the things that the changes in basketball. I think another thing is that like the ideal archetype of a basketball player kind of has been like different, but like I think throughout NBA basketball history, but I feel like from the 2010s to now, I feel like for the modern game, the ideal archetype of player is someone who's a forward. So someone who's a small forward or a power forward that's like 6'8" to 6'10". They're two-way, which means they're good on offense and defense, and they're long. They have a high vertical. They're really athletic, and that's it. Like that's basically it. And like, who did the Celtics draft in back-to-back years? Oh, Jason Tatum, friggin' 6'10". Oh, Jaylen Brown, friggin', in back-to-back years. And also, really fun thing about that, in 2017, the Celtics had the number 1 pick. Who was gonna be the number 1 pick in 2017? This guy called Markelle Fultz. What happened to Markelle Fultz? Well, there's a secret base video about it. Friggin', what happened? What happened to Jason Tatum, who the Celtics chose to drop down to number 3 to draft? Oh, well, you see what happened, Oh, man, I don't know. It's a thing, man. Yeah, there's also the angle of, like, did Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum even like each other? Does it matter that they were, homies off the court or for your friends off the court? It's like, I don't know. Is it a bit weird that Jaylen Brown was on his Twitch stream and, like, Jason Tatum never made an appearance? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's clear that, like, they had a working relationship and that's it, Like, that's really it. But, like, I think, like, there is now, like, looking back on it, there is truth. I think there's generally, like, I think there's more and more evidence and truth to the notion that Jason Tatum kind of felt that Jaylen Brown was, like, taking away some of his shine a little bit. Maybe not. He wasn't like, I wouldn't think it would be like Kobe and Shaq in the early 2000s level of jealousy, but it's like, I'd assume, Jason Tatum maybe felt a certain way about not winning Finals MVP in 2024, right? And then friggin', true. That plays into a whole thing, man. I would assume I talked about it 2 years ago, man. I don't know. Oh, man. It's like, it's a whole thing. Frickin', Tatum has been disrespected and hated on, but now Jaylen Brown is kind of, being, like, kind of slandered a little bit, somewhat in favor of Jason Tatum, where it's like, no, I saw a tweet where it was saying that, it's like, what if I told you that Jason Tatum was the one that actually had to sacrifice while he was on the Celtics, with Jaylen Brown, instead of, like, Jaylen Brown having to sacrifice, There's still a thing, there's still, like, a percentage of people that still think that Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum, and it's like, I don't know. Do I even want to wade into those waters? I have so much to get to, man. I don't know. I was thinking that this episode, I just treat it like PTI, and I just give myself like 2 minutes to talk about each thing. Like, I still want to touch on the big things, but I don't know. Have I gone long enough on this Jaylen Brown trade? The headline, it sucks, man. Brad Stevens, should he be fired? No, like, I feel like he's made a lot of really great moves before this, like, but this is like a massive, like, maybe it won't turn out to be a blunder, but, like, I'm thinking as someone who roots for the Celtics in the East, I'm thinking, what can you even flip Paul George for, man? Because Paul George is not in your freaking long-term plan, man. Like, there's no way Paul George is freaking, you're thinking that Paul George is gonna be part of, like, the ultimate next Celtics championship team. It's like, no, man, I don't know. But it's like maybe Brad Stevens is thinking that like Hugo Gonzalez and Baylor Shireman are, right? It's like that's why he doesn't want to give them up. But I don't know. Yeah, it would have just been. Yeah, this summer would have been a lot more interesting. I feel like if just, Giannis went to the Celtics, but, he wanted to be a Celtic. Well, I don't know if that was his number one, but yeah, like Miami got him. What can you do about that? Oh, man. Yeah. God. Yeah. Do I think Jaylen Brown is better than Jason Tatum? No. Do I think that Jaylen Brown was right to have been traded because the analytics don't like him? It's like, no. Do I think that, it's valid to point out Jaylen Brown's like analytics when trying to justify like why the Celtics traded him? Yes, but there's it's the thing, like you need like context man. And like I feel like the added context of watching the games is like, you come to the conclusion that Jaylen Brown is actually a pretty damn good basketball player, man. I don't know. I feel like Jaylen Brown is destined to be in that like real hoopers know category, right? Like he's destined to be in that like Tracy MacGrady level, like Tracy MacGrady category, even though he won a championship. Like way better player than Tracy MacGrady all time, but like that kind of thing where it's like real hoopers know frickin', how cold Jaylen Brown was, Yeah. Another player like that is, it's more like DeMar DeRozan, I wonder like how, like what the basketball public or NBA Twitter thinks is better all time. Like, is DeMar DeRozan or Tracy MacGrady better all time, right? It's like, I don't know how far DeMar DeRozan even made it to the playoffs. Well, when he was on those Toronto teams, I would assume like, the second round. Yeah, he made it to the second round. Yeah, and Tracy MacGrady never made it to the second round. So that's one thing. And also, there's a thing where DeMar DeRozan is like just outside the top 10 all time in scoring, right? And then there was this thing, have I talked about there's this YouTube channel called Nerd Sesh, right? They're literally just called Nerd Sesh. It's these two white guys who obviously like they brand themselves Nerd Sesh. So it's like, but I don't think they're brothers. Yeah, it's these two guys, Carson and Logan, right? One has a hat on, one doesn't have a hat on. Oh man, and like one of them, Carson, just had a tweet where he was like looking, he posted something, that said something to the effect of, it's really disturbing to me that DeMar DeRozan, if he keeps up his scoring pace, that he could knock Shaq out of the top 10 all time in scoring, right? Like he could be top 10 all time in scoring if he keeps up his pace. And then DeMar DeRozan himself replied, he's like, why would that be freaking disturbing, man? What are you talking about? and it's like, this is the exemplification of freaking like the nerds versus the freaking people who hoop, man. But that's the thing, it's like, that's the thing, I don't know. Like, the whole thing of like, oh, people who champion analytics don't watch games. It's like, yes, they do. They do watch games. They're fans too. It's just that they frickin' in their arguments, in their frickin' watching, in their frickin' discourse, they use the frickin' metrics more. They just say, they just frickin' are like, well, his EPM, his box plus minus, true shooting percentage, Yeah, and it's weird, like, true shooting percentage being used as, like, analytics, I don't know. But that's the thing, like, I don't know, like, is the war, what is the analytics war in, like, other sports is, like, interesting. Because in the NFL, like, what is it? I think the main frontier of the analytics war, the nerd war in freaking the NFL, because, like, the Bill Barnwells and the Ben Solaks versus, like, the, I don't know, just like the friggin' real, the frontier, one of the frontiers is like, do you kick a field goal? Do you kick a field goal or do you do you kick the extra point after you score a touchdown or do you freaking go for two? Yeah, because there's like the conversion thing, and it's like analytics say you should go for two. It's like, no, just take the freaking guaranteed points, man. It's the same thing of, they're like, it's like, it's the fourth down. If you don't get enough yards to reset it on 4th down. Then you lose the freaking ball, and the other team freaking, gets the ball, and, great field position. It's like, do you go for it? And it's like the nerds and the analytics are like, yeah, of course you go for it, I don't know. What I played Madden for like a little bit, and it's like, I don't know, I played it on easy, but like whenever it was like 4th and like it's like 4th and 2, I'm like, dude, like, you think I'm freaking scared, man? Come on, man, come on. Like, if it's like 2 yards, it's like, come on, you can trust that someone can just freaking get that. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And then like analytics and freaking baseball is like, spin rate and freaking pitchers blowing their freaking arms out, needing to freaking throw like over 100 miles per hour on pitches. And like, analytics and baseball is somewhat like, yeah, this is just like the argument that like, people have of just like, analytics is the reason why pitchers can't freaking go 9 innings anymore. This is why we have freaking combined no-hitters, man. Oh, man. Or like analytics is telling like hitters like, don't freaking hit on this pitch, man. Even though like, no, you can't hit that pitch. You can freaking try and swing on that pitch. This is something like that. I don't know. Analytics. What is analytics in soccer, man? Here, I'm using analytics to tell you why freaking, Messi versus Ronaldo, something like that. I don't know. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just the whole thing on analytics. Yeah, it's true. Am I completely on one side or completely on another? No, man. I don't know. I'm on like narratives, man. I'm into sports because of the narratives and the storytelling and the, as someone who likes freaking stories, Yeah, that's the reason why. Yeah. I think like Dan Levitard was saying that like he enjoys sports for like the sociology of it. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Yeah, as someone who has studied sociology, is still studying it, right? It's like, yeah, I think that's also like you could say like the primary reason that intrigues me about sports. Getting into them more, mainly basketball, but just like other things in general too. Oh, man, anything else? Yeah, should I have a whole segment on the World Cup, man? Who do I don't know. Yeah, the U.S. lost. Christian Pulisic got torched online, but like, yeah, he fractured his leg, but like still there are still people not giving him any sort of leeway on that front. Carly Lloyd tweeted after, in response to Christian Pulisic, that performance in that game against Belgium, right, where Belgium beat the U.S., beat us 4-1, Carly Lloyd tweeted, like, you rest when your playing career is over. This is like, literally, that's when you freaking rest, man. If you know, like, during the Women's World Cup, Carly Lloyd is also the woman who said something like, that freaking goalpost was the MVP of the game against, the U.S. women's national team played against, like, Portugal, right? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, man, I don't know. I think like for like U.S. women's national team or like women's soccer fans, she's not really the like well liked. But yeah, I don't know. I think like that sentiment against Christian Pulisic, I think mostly, yeah, like that's the thing that most like U.S. soccer fans have. Of just like, really, man, you just quit on your, like, it felt like he quit on his team, yeah. And like it's the whole thing that like Christian Pulisic is like the best American soccer star since what, like Freddie Adu, the best American male soccer player since Freddie Adu or something. And it's like, dude, it's like, when are you gonna when are you gonna deliver for your country, man? It's like, it's great that you're such like a great player in the Premier League, it's great, but can you do that freaking for the U.S. men's national team? Can you do that for your country? Man, can you? Man. Anything else related to the World Cup that I could talk about? Man. Anything? Yeah, well, just the teams remaining. Yeah, who do I want to win, man? There's this whole push and pull thing going on of just the remaining teams are what? France, Argentina, Switzerland. Oh, no, I think it's not Switzerland anymore. Yeah. France, Argentina, England, Switzerland, right? Yeah, and I think those are like the final 4 teams or something. And it's like, Man, I don't know. Other than Switzerland, it's like no, not really many good options, man. It's like, yeah, there's the push and pull. The push and pull is, do you root for like a historically colonizing empire, you know, or do you root for Argentina? And people have been bringing up stuff about Argentina. There's, you know, there is like stuff about Argentina, you know, and its connection in history, you know, and the historical connections Argentina has. So like, yeah, I don't know. But that's the thing. That's the whole. I think that's like a true line that's kind of been a talking point, you know, of like playing the quote morality freaking gimmick, like when rooting for teams. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. One thing is that, like, I don't know. I think I'm comfortable doing it when I'm rooting against England, you know? It's like I would not rather have England win, you know? I think, come on, man. It's like wanting the Yankees to win in baseball. It's like, really? You know, if you're a Yankees fan, I get it. But if you're not one, it's like, why? Why would you root for frickin', you know, yeah. Why would you root for England, man? Like, I don't know. I understand that, like, this isn't about, like, oh, this team is mostly white. Oh, this team is mostly non-white. It's not that. But it's, yeah, if I'm making myself clear, man. Yeah, to make myself clear, it's like I understand that England has a lot of black and non-white players on their team, you know? But it's like, it's just, yeah, that's the thing. It's like England, man, like, it's, yeah, that's the thing. But, you know, yeah, you could root for Argentina because you like Messi, you know? That's the thing. Yeah, and I would assume, like, what, Holland for Norway, right? Yeah, yeah, Norway got eliminated by England, I think, yeah. Like, Holland, you know, yes, I would assume that there are people just rooting for just their players that they like, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what would be like a satisfying winner, man. I don't know. I guess, yeah, I think Argentina and England are gonna play each other. So like, I guess, if push comes to shove, I maybe don't judge me on this, but I feel like I would prefer Argentina. Okay, I'm not like waving the flag of anybody here, but, you know, I don't know. That's the thing. Hey, you want me to care about friggin' something to a degree? It's like, okay, if you were to ask me, you know, I would prefer Argentina. But, you know, that's the thing. It's just what I prefer. It's not like I must have them win, you know. It's not that like that, you know. Man, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, is it Portugal got eliminated? Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, probably his last World Cup, right? And this is probably Messi's last World Cup too. So if he gets to go out on friggin' 2 World Cups, you know, it'd be cool for him. I mean, his GOAT case is already settled for most people, but, you know. Man, anything else, man, yeah. And if it comes down to it, yeah, France versus England. Don't judge me on this, but I would prefer France, okay? J'aime le français. J'aime le français, yeah. J'aime beaucoup le français. It's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, come on. Oh, man. I don't know. I like France enough, you know? It's kind of a thing if you're just comparing. It is just, you know, just like, who colonized more, man? Who friggin' colonized more, man? But that's the thing. Does that mean that I have to root against the U.S. at all costs because of, like, you know, the U.S.'s relation to the Philippines? It's like, I don't know. Does that mean it? It's like, come on. I don't know. That's the thing. I taught friggin' the beauty of friggin', you know, the immigrant experience is friggin', you know, yeah, somewhat, that doesn't have to be a thing, you know? Yeah. Yeah, there was the trend on, I think, Black Twitter, where it was like, are you willing to die for Africa? Insert African country here. And it's like, a lot of African countries did really well. Yeah, Senegal did really well. Ghana did really well. You know, Cabo Verde did really well. Yeah, it's like, yeah, this World Cup, a lot of African countries that were in it had really great showings. Yeah, Ghana especially. So, you know, shout out to these African countries, man. Yeah, like, I think, like, Bomani Jones on his podcast is just like, look, anytime African country versus non-African country, you know, it's like you root for the freaking African country, man. It's like, yeah. But that's the thing, like, there was like a very clear case of like colonizer versus non-colonized country, colonized country versus the colonizer country, which was France versus Morocco, right? I would assume if anyone has, read a Wikipedia page, you would know the connection between France and Morocco, right? But like, there's been a thing where it's like, wait, where like someone has been calling out, wait, you're rooting for all these West African countries, South African countries, but when it comes to Morocco, you kind of have you don't want to root for that, or that it's like, I don't know, it just inspires a whole load of things, man. Again, this is something I'm seeing on social media. I don't feel a certain way about it, but yeah, it's a thing. It doesn't take a frickin' someone who took AP European civilization to know the history between France and Morocco. I would not think. Side tangent on that. One thing that, I don't know, I think this is just a case of me being old, as someone who is in their mid-20s, I've had the thought in my head that, like, damn, it's been like a decade since, I was a sophomore in high school, which, it's kind of a lot to think about. I know, like, in general, like, I am pretty young, but I don't know, it's just interesting me thinking about it, because I was thinking about AP European Civilization, which was a class that was offered in my high school. So there was like the standard world history, right? And then the AP version of it was AP European Civilization, which was shortened as like APEC, right? And I remember, because like my teacher for US history the next year was the teacher for that class, AP European Civilization. So like, the story, if I were to share like a high school story, I guess the one high school story for this episode in tribute to SSOH is that, like, when I was in high school, there was I distinctly remember just the people, like my classmates, who were taking this APEC class. And I remember thinking very distinctly, they are so annoying, man. Like, I'm sorry, man. Everyone who frickin' chose to take that class was so frickin' annoying. Not from like a I'm smarter than you type of way. Not from like, they weren't like flaunting their frickin' intelligence at all, right? It didn't have to do with that, It just had to do with the fact that the number one thing I remember was that you frickin' knew who took APEC and who didn't. You want to know why? Because they were frickin' talking about it all the damn time. And it's like the thing about sophomore year I remember the most. One of the things I remember the most, the defining things of sophomore year for me, was being in other classes and like overhearing frickin' classmates being like, "Oh my god, dude, APEC, it's so hard. It's so hard. Why are you taking the class? Why? Like, I really just, my god, dude. Like, I'm getting upset about it all over again. I think I talked about this slightly when I played Pentiment. Yeah, there's like a video on my channel where I played like the Obsidian game Pentiment, for like a little bit, right? But it's like, it annoyed me so much, man. Here's my high school story of the day. It annoyed me so much, my classmates talking about how hard APEC was, how much they hated it. Why did you take it, man? Why, man? And that's the thing, man, thinking about it with the context now of just like, that didn't help you. That didn't help you at all, man. Like, no one took that class because they wanted to learn about European history. Zero people. Maybe like that, maybe two people did, but it's like, no, come on, man. It was so annoying being like, oh my god, I have to take APEC. Oh my god, this sucks, man. This sucks. How am I supposed to have a social life? And it's like, oh my god, dude. It annoyed me to no end, man. I don't know. I'm just getting it out now, man. But it's like, dude, I don't know, man. It's like, dude. And it's like, what did you freaking learn, man? Like, no one has retained anything from that a decade later. Like, maybe there was like that one person, student who maybe was already interested in history and chose to major in history because of it. But it's like this whole freaking thing of like this AP class you take when you're 15, and like AP classes are billed as like, oh, you can get college credit from that. How many people actually ended up getting college credit for that, man? Because you have to take the freaking AP exam, and like, oh my god, dude. I just remember like there was like one student, I remember one classmate I had that was like really funny about it and was just cracking jokes all the time, and like I'm grateful for that guy. But it's like, dude, it's like everyone else was just complaining about having to take this class and how hard it was. It's like, you didn't have to take it, man. Oh my god, you could have just taken regular US history, man. Like, my regular US history class was, you know, fine. You know, we went through world history as, you know, planned. We went through World War I, we went through the French Revolution, we went through the Russian Revolution, we went through friggin' World War II and the Cold War. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, it's just like, oh my god. And like the people who freaking complained about APEC, it's like, oh my god, it's so hard, man. I hate this. It's like, why did you take the class, man? I don't know. It should never have been offered. It should not be a thing that's offered to 15-year-olds, you know? And that's the thing, like, the other funny thing thinking about it is like, dude, like, imagine being like a 15-year-old or 16-year-old. It's like the defining experiences of being 15 and 16 is freaking like getting your learner's permit. Well, maybe not now with like, you know, later Gen Z and Gen Alpha, but it's like for my micro generation of Gen Z, it's like the defining experience of like being a teenager is getting your learner's permit, getting your driver's license, taking your driver's test, and then freaking studying European civilization. It's like studying, it's like Robespierre. It's like, come on, man. I don't know. And also another thing, yeah, is that I know the exact textbook. Because I was really curious. I was like thinking one day, it's like, wait, what is the textbook used? And it's like, it's this book called, the title of it is just Western Civilization. And it's by this guy called Jackson J. Spielvogel, right? Yeah, Western Civilization, whatever edition, by Jackson J. Spielvogel, who is like a professor for like, let me see. Yeah, this is like the APEC tangent for Pennsylvania State University. Thompson, Wadsworth, you know? Yeah. Man, Clark Baxter is the publisher. Why do I have this book? I don't know. Look, I was curious, man. I was curious. Is anyone look, man? If anyone is mad at me that I have easy access to a textbook that was at my school in 2015. Oh man, dude. I wonder if I should just like do like a reading. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, I'm on because I have it downloaded on my phone. Yeah, let me see. This is the reading for today. You know, it's like, look, people don't read today. It's like, look, I am proving everyone wrong by reading. Okay. This is a section in the book early on. It's called The Vikings Invade England. So this is learning about random European history. Not random, but, you know, early European history. Okay, so the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle. Yeah. This is 994. The year 994 CE or AD. Okay. All right. Okay. Olaf and Svein came to London on the nativity of Saint Mary with 94 ships, fighting constantly the city, and they meant, however, moreover, to set it on fire. But they there suffered more harm and evil than they ever believed any town dwellers could have done them. In this God's holy mother showed her mercy to the town dwellers and delivered them from their enemies. Then they went from there and wrought the most evil that any force had ever done, in burning, ravaging, and killing, both along the seacoast in Essex and in Kent, Sussex, and Hampshire. It's interesting, yeah, thinking of like, you know, historically, yeah, Norway versus England, like Vikings, you know, England's history with Vikings, you know, both along the seacoast in Essex. I read that already. Yeah, finally they seized horses for themselves and rode as widely as they would, working unspeakable evil. So those are like people from Denmark. Here's another section. The Magyars were a people from Western Asia. When the Byzantine emperors encouraged them to attack the troublesome Bulgars, the latter in turn encouraged a people known as the Pechenegs, the Pechenegs, to attack the Magyars instead. Consequently, the Magyars, under severe Pecheneg pressure, had moved west into Eastern and Central Europe by the end of the 9th century. They established themselves on the plains of Hungary and from there made raids into Western Europe. The Magyars were finally crushed at the Battle of Lechfeld in Germany in 955. Oh man, I don't know. It's like, yeah, European history, man. Imagine just like being a 15-year-old, being a sophomore in high school and having to learn stuff like that. It's like, hey, did you get your freaking driver's license yet? It's like, look, I was like, you have to study for the written portion of the driving test, and you have to study freaking like the Vikings invading England. You have to study freaking the Franks and freaking what is it? I don't know. You have to study like King Henry VIII and like how freaking King Henry VIII like hated the fact that his wife wouldn't give him any boys, right? It's like his wife just had like a girl and then another girl and then another girl, and he's like, dude. And then like something Protestant church, he made his own church because of it. Yeah, because he asked the Pope, it's like, hey, can I get a divorce or something something like that? I think that's the history. I remember learning that in 7th grade. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, there's also a book called like My Lady Jane that kind of goes into that, but yeah. Oh man, I don't know. What is the point of this? This has been a brief aside to talk about like, dude, the people who are my classmates who were talking about how hard APEC was. It's like, dude. And like thinking like 10 years later, it's like the character building of it. It's like all it did was just cause you more stress and more freaking like more academic stress, and you just hated it. And it's like I don't know, man. Maybe there was like a bonding experience of like the people who are taking APEC, right? Of just like, we're in this together, man. Man, but I don't know. I remember wanting to take AP US history, and then I couldn't. Long story short, I wasn't able to take it. So yeah, but yeah, like at least with like AP US history, like I thought of taking it because I was like legitly interested. Like US history was interested me more, way more than European history. I'm sorry, but yeah. Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, one thing, I want to learn about the Philippine-American War, man. Yeah, Emilio Aguinaldo, you know? Yeah, I want to learn about, all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying, man, you know? Look, I don't know the full history and full story of Jose Rizal yet, but there will be a time where I will know, you know? I promise, you know, if I keep on doing this Let's Play, I will learn more about Filipino history, man, okay? Speaking of Filipino history, there is this tennis player that I saw recently that I wanted to give a shout out to. This player's name is Alex Eala. So, yeah. I talked about her very, very briefly when I talked about like the Pit and Isa Briones, right? So Alex Eala is a tennis player. I think she's like 19 or 20. She's really young. So she is like one of the names that I feel like she's a rising star in tennis. But in the Philippines, she probably is like on the level of like Manny Pacquiao probably, because like anytime like an athlete or from the Philippines, you know, become successful on like a stage, on the world stage or the national stage, you know, like it's a thing, you know. Yeah, so the thing is that Wimbledon happened recently. Jannik Sinner won on the men's side. Someone else won on the women's side. But the thing I wanted to talk about is that Alex Eala made it to the round of 16, and she made it to the round of 16 by beating Iga Swiatek, of all players. She beat frickin' Iga Swiatek in like 3 sets. It's like, dude, like what a frickin' accomplishment, man. What an accomplishment. Shout out to Alex Eala, man. I don't know. And like I remember just like seeing it on like the Wimbledon channel, like just posted a video that just like said like Filipino history, right? I'm like, what? Huh? It's that, yeah. And it's like, yeah. It just posted the highlights of the match between Alex Eala and Iga Swiatek, and then I was like, wait, she won? She beat Iga Swiatek? Yeah, and I saw it. I saw her post-game, her post-match interview. It was really cool. Oh, look at that horse bouncing on that. I saw the interview. It was really cool. I saw her post match press conference she did. Yeah, because it was like there was one on the court just after she beat Iga, right? And then there was the more traditional one like later on that day, right? Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah, I want to learn more, but yeah, I think that's basically all I wanted to say. It's like, shout out to Alex Eala. Like, she made it to the round of 16, and then immediately afterward, I was like, wait, who's she gonna face next? There was a chance that if she beat whoever she faced next, that she could have faced like either Naomi Osaka or Coco Gauff. I think it's on the opposite side of the bracket. So yeah, but like if she made it all the way to the final, right? I think like Coco Gauff and Naomi Osaka were on the same bracket. So they were on the same side of the bracket. So like the semifinal could have been Naomi Osaka and Coco Gauff, you know? That would have been cool to see. But but like if Alex Eala won the rest of her bracket, right? It could have been Alex Eala and Coco Gauff, or Alex Eala and Naomi Osaka, man. I don't know. That would have been really cool, man. Let me just say, that would have been really freaking cool, man. Oh man, I have to get into tennis now, man. Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Novak Djokovic, the end of the Djokovic and the Canadian he faced, right? Because like it lasted like 5 hours, right? I think it's the longest Wimbledon match of Djokovic's career. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I just find it interesting that Djokovic was like the third player in like the Federer and Nadal era, and now he's the third player of the Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz era of tennis, right? It's like, dude, like his longevity, and he's only he's 39, which is pretty old for tennis, but the fact that he's still at an elite level at 39, it's pretty interesting. I mean, look, man, do I need to mention the fact that he might have been an anti-vaxxer? It's like, look, man. I guess I have to explain. I have to freaking state that, but I guess. Oh man, anything else about tennis and Alex Eala? I will report back with more information about her, man. Yeah, I don't know. I will report back with more. I guess I will just keep on following her career. And if she ever wins, one of these opens, one of the majors, I guess. Yeah. So the U.S. Open, Australian Open. Roland Garros, which is the French Open. Yeah, Wimbledon is on grass. The Roland Garros is on clay. One interesting thing, thinking about PTI. One interesting thing is that I remember reading. There's in a bookstore or like a library. I found this book, this massive book about the history of ESPN, right up until 2010, and there's one section where it goes over the creation of PTI and how if you don't know the history of PTI. The history of PTI. Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon were both columnists who worked together at the Washington Post, right? Before doing a show together, and they worked at the Washington Post for 20 to 30 years, right? They started working together at the Washington Post in the 70s. Yeah, maybe the late 70s or even or early 80s. And it's they had 2 decades of history working together before they got a TV show on ESPN. And it's funny reading the excerpts from Wilbon, right, and Kornheiser, where it's Wilbon was I hated TV, man. I hated sports TV. It's there was such a thing where it's sports journalists look down on television, right? And now that line is completely blurred, just ever since First Take and First Things First and stuff. But at the time, 2000, 2001, it was the idea of sports journalists having a TV show just didn't interest them at all. But it's one of the quotes I remember is that when Tony Kornheiser was talking about him and Wilbon's relationship, right, and why their dynamic works so well together, right, is that he was talking I think it might not be a true thing, but he was mentioning there was a legend that the reason why the grass at Wimbledon is so green is because there's been 1,000 years of rain on that one spot, you know, that like the grass at Wimbledon has somewhat been maintained by, you know, 1,000 years of rain, right? There's just been like over just like the course of history, there's been so much rain, right? In that like specific spot where they play tennis, right? Even though there's like, yeah, like I like the fact that in Wimbledon specifically, right? Like it's not green all the way around. Like the parts, yeah, there's like a little bit of brown. There's brown patches where like the players are like, you know, just standing, right? Yeah, which I think is like makes it so that that it confirms to you that this is actual freaking grass, you know? They still have to maintain it, but it's actual freaking grass, right? Yeah, so yeah, like Tony Kornheiser was saying, like there's 1,000 years of rain, you know, that, you know, has worked, you know, that made like the grass at Wimbledon look the way it does, right? And you know, when relating it to him and Wilbon, is that they, you know, by virtue of working together at the Washington Post as columnists, right, they have 1,000 years of rain, and that's why their show PTI works so well together, right? Like it works so well, and their dynamic works so well because they have this like long frickin' history, you know, of friendship and camaraderie, and then like they do, and then when by the time they got to, you know, have a TV show, they already are talking like they're an old married couple, you know, they immediately have the chemistry, whereas, you know, with other shows, like a chemistry has to be built up, you know, like it's not the way it is with like Stephen A and Skip Bayless, right? I think, like, yeah, one of the reasons why I still like First Things First is because, like, the guys there, like Nick and friggin' Wilds and Brew, like, all have really good chemistry. But they were thrown together, though. It was like, yeah, Nick was doing it with with Chris Carter at first. But then, like, Wilds and, like, Brew came in, like, after the pandemic, right? They've only really been doing the show as a trio, like, the three of them since, like, the end of 2022. So, like, yeah. I don't know. They don't have 1,000 years of rain, but you know, but it's like the reason why I think PTI has stood the test of time, and like Wilbon and Kornheiser's dynamic has stood the test of time, is that they have basically 1,000 years of rain, right? Yeah, and like the same thing, like Wimbledon, you know, like why does the grass look like that? Because there's been 1,000 years of rain, you know? Yeah, I don't know. It's nice thinking about that, man. I don't know how that can relate to my life and anything. I don't know if there's like 1,000 years of rain with anything in my life, with any relationship I have, man. Man, I hope it's with freaking certain people I've watched on YouTube over the years, but you know, yeah. Oh man, I don't know if this series will reach the level where it's like I have 1,000 years of rain with it. Yeah. Anyways, is that basically all I want to talk about? No. But yeah, I think I've reached the main things. I talked about the Jaylen Brown trade, and talked about the World Cup. I talked about, you know, Wimbledon and Alex Eala. So yeah, those are 3 things. There's more stuff I want to talk about, man. Yeah, true. I think I can go for like another hour and a half in this thing. Yeah, with a list segment, this probably is going to be up to 2 hours longer than this, man. Oh my god. Man, I guess I will take a little bit of a break, and I will be back after this. So as I was talking about PTI, I don't know, I had the idea before recording that maybe I should just do this in order to just like not like speed along stuff I want to talk about, but just like to make sure that I get to everything I want to talk about in general, you know, because there is a lot of stuff I leave out. You know, it's not that big of a deal if I leave stuff that I want to talk about out, you know, because I wanted to talk about Love on the Spectrum season 4 for like so long, man. Yeah, like I saw Logan from the 4th season, freaking he went to an Aces game and he met Asia Wilson. I'm like, dude, reminding me I need to talk about freaking Love on the Spectrum season 4. I like Logan, and Dylan, he's cool. And you know, yeah, it also, yeah, I guess a short form, maybe this is me talking about it now and I'll never talk about it again, you know, and that's it. But yeah, the scene where like Connor and Georgie are like visiting his grandfather in England, right? And like when in England when they're visiting his grandfather, right, and his grandfather was talking about because like he has like a sword collection too, like Conor does, right, and like you can tell that like Conor, I think like it was like kind of like a mind-blowing moment that it was like, oh, is that why he freaking talks like, is that why, like, he like idolizes his grandfather a little bit, right? Yeah. And like the thing is that, yeah, the really sweet and like wholesome thing that I remember from season 4, I didn't watch every episode, but from the episodes I've watched, like one of the best moments of that season, I think, or probably even like the whole 4 seasons, is when his grandfather is talking, and he's talking like, yeah, I remember like when I was younger, you know, I remember feeling weird, and I didn't think that anything, or like I knew that something was a little off about me, and I think, you know, and that like it wasn't until later on that I look back on it, and I think I learned that I actually am on the spectrum and have autism, right? It's like I had it, but I just didn't really know about it or really think about it back then, right? And like he is like an old man, you know, showing off his freaking weapon collection, and like you can see just like the influence that he's had on Conor, right? Yeah. And he also visited his grandmother, right, in England, right, his grandmother's grave, right, and it was a nice sweet moment, you know. Yeah, it was nice, man. Yeah, it was really nice, like just seeing like, oh yeah, like that moment I think probably takes the cheesecake for top moment of Love on the Spectrum season 4 for me. Number 2 probably is like Logan and just his constant like talking about like Tifa and how he broke up with Tifa, and freaking his sister freaking teasing him, right? His sister being, there was like a moment where he's like, his sister was like, dude, it's like you always freaking take my food whenever we're eating at a restaurant. It's like you're like, oh, can I have that? And like you take my food, man. And then he's like, no, stop talking about that. We're talking about me. We're talking about me and freaking, you know. Number 3 maybe could be, oh man, dang it, dude. I forgot the freaking girl's name, man. Oh man. I wonder if I can find it if I just go to Netflix and type in Love on the Spectrum, man. But like, it's the girl in who is LDS, right? And like she has this song she sings, and it just like starts out like, oh, she's just like singing just a normal song, and then like it's like, oh, she's singing the song directly influenced by her experience, you know, and loneliness due to being on the spectrum, right? Yeah. Yeah, Emma. There you go. Yeah, not editing that out. Yeah, Emma's song was a pretty great moment in the series, you know. Man, another moment I guess that was memorable is Madison and Tyler. Yeah, Madison and Tyler getting freaking spotted, and like someone just said, "I love you, Madison," and or something. Yeah, I don't know. That happened, and I immediately just like fast forwarded it. I'm like, oh god. I do not want to know what happens afterwards. James and his girlfriend look for a house in Boston, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess this is me talking about Love on the Spectrum season 4. These are just like the things that are going on, man. Man, yeah. It's interesting, yeah, dude, that Conor and Georgie spend our anniversary at the Renaissance Fair. It's interesting how the Renaissance Fair has been a part of, like, multiple seasons of the show. Oh, man, yeah. Anything else I really want to talk about with Love on the Spectrum season 4? This maybe won't be the last time I talk about it, you know, but I thought that I was gonna just mention a bunch of small topics and just give myself like 2 minutes to talk about it like they do in PTI. So, you know, that was Love on the Spectrum season 4, I guess. I guess that was like unofficially without the timer. So for these next few topics, I don't know how many topics I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes, and when the 2 minutes is up, that's it. Okay, so PTI style, man. Oh, let me do it. Okay, so I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes to talk about LeBron and his free agency. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So LeBron, he is leaving the Lakers in free agency. What is the thing I want to talk about with that? well, you know, it's funny seeing like the different reactions of it from like Lakers fans and like the Lakers fans, subset of Lakers fans who are really just Kobe stans, right? But it's like, I think there is like a like it's a thing that like, you know, was he gonna endear himself into Lakers so much that like he is like consensus like greatest Laker of all time? It's like, no, obviously Lakers fans are gonna love Kobe and Magic and friggin', you know, Shaq like more than LeBron. But it's like, did he need to become the greatest Laker ever? No, he didn't. He won them a championship, you know? Most Lakers fans are like, yeah, I'm grateful for the memories, LeBron. I'm grateful for the time. Thank you for bringing us back into relevance. Thank you for bringing a championship, you know? Thank you for allowing Clutch to send AD there, you know? It's like, you know, the LeBron AD era was fun. It was more fun for me when they lost to the Nuggets in 2023. I just love the fact that they got swept in 2023. I love the fact that freaking Jamal Murray had those 2 game winners over the Lakers in 2024, you know? Yeah. But yeah, like he brought the Lakers a championship, you know? He did everything, yeah, that he could. He, you know, reached 40K points. He broke the scoring record. He did, you know, all of this stuff, man. He won a playoff series at 41 as the best player, man. It's like, yeah, him in that Rocket series, yeah, even though, you know, the Rockets are, you know, horrible. That's the thing. That's the thing you have to give LeBron. So in the end, as I only have 15 seconds left, yeah, I mean, LeBron freaking did basically everything he could, you know, as a Laker. And yeah, where is he gonna go? Who knows, man? Maybe Cleveland, maybe Miami, maybe Philly, but yeah. Yeah, you could go beyond the buzzer, but it's like, you know, let me go beyond the buzzer here. As to where he should go, I don't want to see him in Philly. I don't want to see him in Philly. The acceptable options for me are Denver, Miami. Miami I kind of wouldn't want, because I feel like it just makes the Heat, like, credible. More credible than they already are. So, like, I would want Cleveland and what's the other one? Yeah, Cleveland and Denver. Yeah. Cleveland or Denver, man. Those are the 2 options I would want, you know. Minnesota, I feel like also give me 2 minutes, man. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Next 2 minutes. Okay. 3, 2, 1. So, LaMelo Ball got traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Naz Reid and a first round pick. So it's like, oh my god, dude, I don't know. At first when I saw this, I was like, wait, what? Like, isn't that just such a better trade for Charlotte than it is for Minnesota? And then, like, I'm seeing the reactions for it, and then everyone is hating it on the Charlotte side of it, where it's like, why the hell would you trade LaMelo like that? Dude, you just had, like, one of the most successful seasons, and then you just trade him like that, you know? And then, but it's just, like, people also being excited for just the duo, just the freaking, ultimate non-media trained duo of LaMelo and Ant, man. Oh, God. It's like they cannot broadcast any of their friggin' post-game interviews, man. It's like, it's gonna be bad, man. Yeah. And making jokes about LaMelo and his friggin' driving, man. It's like, I don't know, man. He needs to retake his friggin' driver's test, man. I don't know. He needs to friggin' have him take the driving test again. Let's see what happens, man. But yeah, I don't know. I was surprised to see that, like, more people were on, like, didn't like the trade for Charlotte, right? But it's like, you know, Bill Simmons was one of the people where, like, he didn't like the trade for Minnesota, you know? It's like, it's not a guarantee it'll work. And also, currently as it stands, it's like the Timberwolves salary dumped Julius Randle in a trade, and they traded away Naz Reid. So it's like, who's going to be the power forward and small forward for the freaking Timberwolves, man? It's like, look, it's going to be a great backcourt, but, like, what about your forwards? And, like, if LeBron signs there, then it'd be like, oh, that's kind of solved. But it's like, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't, you know, it sucks that, like, the Timberwolves just always remain a good team, and, like, freaking, you know, they seem to be Denver's kryptonite, and I kind of really don't like that. Damn you, Tim Connolly, for making that team. There you go. So, oh man, anything to go beyond the buzzer of that? No, that's good. Oh, this is gonna be really easy when I do the freaking chapters. Yeah, it's gonna be like 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah. Well, there's the in between of it. Yeah. Oh, man. Anyways. Oh, man. Okay, next topic, man. So, okay. 3, 2, 1. So, something happened between Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro, man. This probably doesn't need to be 2 minutes, but it's like, you know, what do I have to say about Bam punching Tyler Herro in Summer League? Oh, man. I mean, yeah, yeah, was it like, yeah, it seems they have real beef, and like Tyler Herro, like, I don't know, something happened where it's like, before then, this was somewhat foreshadowed because like Tyler Herro like reposted like a graphic that kind of disparaged like Bam, right, and like, you know, something of like, yeah, like something of like Bam, you know, negative stats or something like that. I don't know the specifics, but like someone shared the screenshot of that, and then Tyler Herro responded to the guy who shared the screenshot of it, of like, that is, yeah, dude, screw you, man, that is some the B-word shit, man, that is some freaking, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's clear he did not want that to be made public, right? And then when Bam and Tyler Herro were in Summer League, they had an altercation, and then then Shams just tweeted, it's like, there was a physical altercation between Bam and Tyler Herro. Man, and then just Bam just punched him, man. Oh God, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Tyler Herro, just not the biggest fan. Maybe he wasn't a fan of Bam in that 83-point game. Maybe he was like a big Kobe fan, and he just didn't want Bam to break that record, you know? maybe he just didn't want that to happen. So yeah. Oh man, yeah, this is like, I have more time to fill. Do I have anything else to add? You know, just, you know, a thing, man. I don't know. Did I need to mention it? Did I need to mention it and take up this much time? No. Okay, I'm gonna cut it short. There you go. Oh man, that was Bam punching Tyler Herro. Oh man. Okay, next topic that is 2 minutes that I could talk about. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so in the WNBA, Marina Mabrey, who is a player for the Toronto Tempo, yeah, man. So she scored 53 points, which is tied for the WNBA scoring record in a single game. So it's her, Liz Cambage. Oh, man, I don't know. I'm sad that I kind of missed the Liz Cambage era of the WNBA. The one thing I remember from when I started to pay attention to the WNBA is that, like, Liz Cambage, like, had an incident with, like, the Nigerian national team, because Liz Cambage is, like, Australian. So, like, her playing for Australia had like an altercation, not like ending in a punch, but like she had like a heated moment with the Nigerian women's national team in basketball, and allegedly, maybe not allegedly, there was a slur that was thrown. So yeah, like, I don't know, it's like and also, like, yeah, there's like a tweet that I remember seeing of just like, look, why you, yeah, like, look, the villain of the WNBA, yeah, a historical WNBA villain, you're like, why are we talking about these players? It's obviously Liz Cambage, you know. Obviously Liz Cambage is the freaking WNBA villain. Oh man, it's not Caitlin Clark, not freaking, you know. That's the thing I remember about Liz Cambage. But yeah, Asia Wilson, you know, yeah, so 53 points, you know, and it was like, I don't know, man, just like Marina Mabrey, just, you know, yeah, I think she got traded there, right, to Toronto, right? It's just cool. Yeah, it's cool that Marina Mabrey was hitting that, and she was like feeling it friggin' all game, man. I don't know. Yeah, someone had a tweet where it was like, is Marina Mabrey just who Caitlin Clark was supposed to be? And it's like, yeah, I don't know, which will lead me into my next topic. So, I don't know, maybe I don't need like 2 minutes for this, but yeah, okay. Can I condense it? This is 2 minutes because I want it to be condensed. All right. Oh, man, all right. Oh, man, okay, here's 2 minutes on the next topic. So, Caitlin Clark, man. 2 minutes on just everything surrounding Caitlin Clark currently, man. Oh, man, I don't know, man. There are just so many tweets, so many things about her, so much slander, you know? Yeah. The big thing that I missed is that Caitlin Clark in a game against the Mercury, at least like 2-3 weeks ago, she was playing the Phoenix Mercury, and then she was on the ground, and then Alyssa Thomas of the Mercury put her fist to Caitlin Clark's neck, and for that, everyone got all up in arms about it. Everyone, was upset. And it just to me, when I initially saw it, it just clearly looked like it was a flagrant, And then in response, Alyssa Thomas retroactively got assessed a flagrant too. And then, I don't know about that. It might not. She might not have been assessed that retroactively. But the thing is that after reviewing it, Alyssa Thomas was suspended for 1 game for that action. So but it's the thing is that Alyssa Thomas during it, her teammates were posting, the team was posting, Nate Tibbetts was talking of just this process was not fair, it didn't feel like the most fair thing. It was just they were responding to just what people were saying and what people were showing on social media, right? But it's on social media, it does look clear that freaking, Alyssa Thomas, was it unnecessary? Yes. I feel comfortable enough to say, in my opinion, it was unnecessary for Alyssa Thomas to do that. But should there have been more of a warning or more of any sort of communication from the W side on that suspension? Yes, yeah, I don't know. I could go long, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go beyond the buzzer, man. I'm going beyond the buzzer. I'm freaking counting it down intentionally to go beyond the buzzer because this is somewhat important, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I don't know. I remember I think Tony Kornheiser recently was Alyssa Thomas should have gotten 5 games for that. And I'm I don't think Tony Kornheiser knows this, but 5 games is actually let me do the math right now of just what 5 games out of 44 is, Oh, man. 5 games is 11% of a WNBA season, if you really think about it, right? Yeah, it's suspending someone for 11% of a frickin' entire W season. I don't know about that. But yeah, it's was it... Yeah, was Alyssa Thomas getting suspended 1 game for that action against Caitlin Clark, fair? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. I feel if you take sides on it, it's hard. It's a hard thing because, was there clearly freaking something with that, right? Was it an act of aggression, And it's there's whole varying things, man. Was that act in itself aggressive? I don't think it is that. I don't, is Alyssa Thomas a violent, freaking aggressive player? Is she a dirty player? It's I feel her reputation has not proven that to be the case. If it was Liz Cambage, maybe, but not Alyssa Thomas, That's the thing. Yeah, and people are bringing up Alyssa Thomas is soft-spoken. She's a mutter, It's why would she freaking, she doesn't have that reputation around the league. She doesn't, or even she doesn't even have the reputation of Kennedy Carter. And interesting thing about Kennedy Carter is that she signed with the Aces before the season, and then she recently got waived. So Kennedy Carter is on another team where she is good at scoring and has a 6th player of the year type of caliber season with that team, but she ends up getting waived anyway, which is its own separate thing. Yeah, but yeah. On to Alyssa Thomas and Caitlin situation, which, is it crazy? I don't know. That's for someone in a white t-shirt and a hat and long hair and a mustache to answer. Widen the thumbnail, please. Make the thumbnail wide. Oh, man. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's what is the side that I want to take with it after thinking about it, after digesting it, Yeah, was it fair to suspend Alyssa Thomas for 1 game? In my opinion, yes, that's a fair response from the league. But should the league have communicated with Alyssa Thomas? Should Cassie Engelbert himself have have communicated with Alyssa Thomas? Yes, absolutely. And it just, is more mounting evidence that Cassie Engelbert is just not a freaking good commissioner. It's been clear, as, even before friggin' Nafisa calling her out, that it's like, yeah, no, it's like the WNBA obviously definitely needs better leadership than Cassie Engelbert, you know? It's like she is not fit to be the WNBA commissioner, and hopefully friggin' she's not the commissioner long term, you know. Hopefully the WNBA has like a better commissioner you know, than her. But yeah, I don't know, it's a thing that, like, why was there no communication? Why was there like no communication to Alyssa Thomas directly about, hey, we're gonna suspend you for 1 game, you know? Like, why is it just like, yeah, it's because there was no communication, it seemed like it was like whoever's decision it was just like, well, I guess we have to respond, man. It's like they see the clip on social media and they're like, okay, well, 1 game suspension. It's like, yeah, like, it, like, was there due process with this, you know? It's like, it doesn't seem like there was. Like, that's the issue, man. That's the main issue. Whether, like, it was fair, whether it was a violent act is, like, somewhat aside the point of, like, was there fair due process in doling out this punishment? And it doesn't seem like there is. So, yeah. Man, should this change people's view of Alyssa Thomas as a player? Should it immediately make people be like, she is freaking the Draymond of the WNBA? It's like, no. It's like, you know, it should not. But it's like, you know, obviously, like, Caitlin Clark stands. Some of them are going to take it that way. Some of them, you know. And it's like people who aren't aware, you know, people who don't follow the WNBA are like, you know, throwing their hat in the ring, you know. Man, it's just like the people who pay attention to the W only when it's Caitlin Clark, you know, of which Tony Kornheiser is one of them. But it's like, he's old, though. It's like the younger people, it's like way more, right? But it's like, oh, they need to do more to protect her, man. She is the reason the W is where it is right now. It's like, just ignoring just A'ja Wilson, ignoring Breanna Stewart, ignoring Paige Beckers, ignoring frickin' like everything, man. It's like, yes, Caitlin Clark is the reason why the Golden State Valkyries are valuated at $1 billion. It's like, yes, absolutely, guys. Caitlin Clark is the reason for that, you know. Caitlin Clark is the reason why A'ja Wilson has a signature shoe. Caitlin Clark is the reason why A'ja got a book deal and is a best-selling author. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, you know. Caitlin Clark is the reason why freaking Paige Beckers and AZ Fudd are playing together. I don't know. Oh, man. That's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, like, why lie? Why lie? It's like, you know, that's the thing. It's like, why can't we just be fans of Caitlin Clark and not lie, you know? It's like, why do we have to make up these narratives, you know? Why, you know? And the reason, you know, on like the extremely cynical side is that Caitlin Clark is being floated by, you know, a largely racist fan base. And it's like, I don't know, do I want to go that far? You know, do I want to like outright agree that Caitlin Clark is like propagated by, you know, a racist fan base, you know? It's like, look, I think I will be in the position, I will take a stand that I do agree that, you know, a lot of people use Caitlin Clark as a political tool, right? Like, I think that is like something that I very much agree with, you know? But that's the thing. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it would be nice if she wasn't, you know? Yeah, you do have like literal Republican congressmen calling upon, you know, the writing letters being like, look, the treatment of Caitlin Clark has been unfair. And it's like, since when do you care about this? It's like, yeah, literally, since when do you freaking care, man? Is it like Chuck Grassley, one of the people, right? It's like, dude, it's like, since when have you cared about women's sports in this way, man? It's like, yeah, that reeks of like, you only freaking are in this for political purposes, right? It's like it would be, you see it as politically useful to use Caitlin Clark as a wedge, you know, to drive things, you know, to push an agenda, you know, not in the fun NBA Twitter way of like, haha, freaking Jokic defense, haha, Luka defense, freaking Shea foul baiting, Wemby's a dirty player, but like, you know, political agendas, you know, in like a very negative way, and it sucks, man. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of people saying, like, the W would be better off without Caitlin Clark. You know, what is it? There was one tweet that said, like, Paige Becker's tearing her ACL was the only reason why Caitlin Clark had got her level of fame. And it's like, I don't necessarily think that. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, I think it was true that, like, in 2023, people forgot about Paige Becker's a little bit because she tore her ACL and because, like, you know, UConn wasn't there and she wasn't in the NCAA tournament. So, like, the storyline obviously became, you know, Caitlin Clark and her run and breaking, you know, Pete Maravich's college D1 scoring record, right? But, like, yeah, and, you know, it is, yeah. And, you know, the game against LSU, the game against South Carolina, you know, yeah. Oh, man. Man, it's like I'm running out of breath trying to talk about this, you know? I'm going long on this, man. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to give it, like, the breath and the weight it deserves, you know? Breath, for, you know, very funny, you know? Man. But yeah, is there anything else I want to discuss? Anything, any point I want to make clear, you know? Yeah. I like going back to questions of, like, answering the basic points of it. It's like, you know, like, you know, it's like, obviously, it's like, I'm not freaking obtuse. It's like, yes, there are freaking segments of Caitlin Clark's overall fan base, Caitlin Clark stans, that, you know, are that are in it just to disparage black women, are in it just to freaking demean freaking black women who don't get in line with her, who aren't fans of her, right? It's like they take any perceived slight, you know, of just like, yeah, the same thing of like Caitlin Clark was voted like as the 11th best guard in All-Star voting when like she was voted when it was she was 11th in like the top 4, right? Of just like, yeah, the whole thing of like she was 11th in people voting of like, is she a top 4 guard in the WNBA, right? And like, is she a top 4 guard in the WNBA? It's like, well, there's Chelsea Gray, there's Kelsey Plum, there's Paige Beckers, there's Jackie Young. If you count Olivia Miles as a freaking guard, are you gonna honestly freaking say that Caitlin Clark is playing better than Olivia Miles? No, obviously not. You would not be that ignorant, right? Right? You know, it's like, yeah, you know, that's the thing. I don't know. Am I talking about out both sides of my mouth here? You know, it's like, yeah, it's like, who do I like as a player better between Paige and Caitlin? Paige, but like, you know, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's just, you know, it's like, is it fair to condemn the entirety of everyone who's a fan of Caitlin Clark? You know, it's like, I don't necessarily think so, but it's like I feel like when Caitlin Clark fans are being, you know, racist and like homophobic, it is right to call it out. So yeah, that's basically my thing. You know, it's like, yes, there have been, large portions of Caitlin Clark's stan base that have been like that. So, you know, it's unfortunate, you know, that's the thing. It's like, that's the thing. It's like, hey, the WNBA is getting more attention, right? It's like, that's what people wanted. People wanted friggin' the attention, you know, it's like, no, it's like, actually, I feel like people who are WNBA fans wanted to be more insular. It's like, yes, they would prefer if the people who are only in it for Caitlin Clark would just friggin' leave, quote, discourse forever, but, you know, it's just not gonna be the thing, man, yeah. There'll always be like the kind of barstooly kind of people who are gonna talk about it, you know. Yeah, it's like, you know, and yeah, with the rise of friggin' prediction markets, you know, and gambling, it's like there's more incentive to friggin' talk about women's sports, right? And it just sucks, man. It just really sucks. So yeah. Oh man, anyways, I would really like to frickin' talk some more, but I feel like I'm just like dying, running out of breath. So yeah, those were some quick hitters and a long hitter. Okay, so yeah, anyways, man, when I come back, I will talk about even more things. Okay, should I do even more quick hitters, man? I'm gonna give myself 1 minute, man. Yeah, I'm gonna give myself 1 minute to talk about these things, man. Please. I have like a couple. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here you go. Here's a few more quick hitters that are just even less time to discuss them. Okay, so I give myself 1 minute. All right, let's go, man. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Conor McGregor came back last night and Yeah, that's hilarious. I don't even need it. I don't even need to talk about it anymore. Yep. I mean, fitting. Oh, man. Okay, next topic. So, the Lakers and their offseason, what do I think of their moves? Walker Kessler at center, cool. But, like, the freaking Jazz, Danny Ainge just, like, sucking them freaking dry of draft picks. But it's like, yeah, man, yeah. And then, like, what? They signed Quentin Grimes and Sandro Mamu. That's wrong. I'm sorry, man. But yeah, at least I attempted it. I was bold enough to try, okay? Mamu Keleshvili, man. Dude, I'm bold enough to try with that. Yeah, that just burned up the whole time. But yeah, Austin Reeves, Luka, Walker Kessler to make up for the defense. Cool. Colin Sexton. They have Kevon Looney. They might get Jonathan Kuminga. It's like, oh, great. What a great offseason the Lakers have post LeBron. There you go. Oh, man. What other freaking 1 minute topics could I get to, man? What other thing? What other thing could I get to, man? I have like a tiny one. Yeah. So on Twitter, unfortunately, I've been scrolling through Twitter a tiny bit more than usual. And one of the things I've been seeing is that Adrien Broner is streaming on Kick. But I'm not on Kick. I'm on Twitter. It's like I'm seeing clips of Adrien Broner and whoever this guy is, DeenTheGreat, and like Adrien Broner's streams. It's just funny, man. I don't know. It's just so funny, man. I don't know. It's like I think he's starting like a weight loss journey, so he's trying to get back into shape for 45 days, and like I don't know if it's like a bit or not. Like I don't know. I guess like Adrien Broner chose to be a streamer because it's making a lot more money than he is fighting, and it takes a lot less effort. So yeah, that's one of the things on Twitter that I've been seeing. So yeah, there you go. Not even a minute. Oh man, any other things I could think about that are just like, oh yeah, I have another thing, man. I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes for this. Okay, 3, 2, 1. So, video games. Wow. Oh, man. I am someone who still cares somewhat, okay? So, Sony decided that in 2028, it's gonna stop making physical discs entirely for their games, so all games are gonna be digital, and people were up in frickin' arms, man. And yeah, as someone who is on the record stated that like I'm not with physical media, I like physical media a lot, like CDs I still get, books I feel like are not in danger of like becoming all digital as a artistic medium, but like with video games I care less. But it's like, yeah, I will always be someone who supports the option, and like Sony just getting rid of the option entirely is, yeah, it's just not good. It just does not spell good things for the gaming industry at large, if you care about that. And this, probably was in part influenced by GTA 6 having a code in a box and just having no physical disc, right? It's like discs, after Sony being the one back in 2013 to, one up Xbox, right? To be like, oh, here's how you have used games. You just give the disc over, right? It's like now they don't have discs. They're gonna stop making discs entirely, and then they're gonna shut down the PS3 store and the Vita store. It's like, oh, so yeah, it'll be gone forever. It's like if you don't get it now, it'll be gone forever, and they can just, used games will cease to exist. They can just charge as much as like $70 for a freaking digital copy of a video game. Oh yeah, and you don't own it. And oh yeah, freaking they can take away the license whenever you want. They can just delist it, and freaking the same thing they did with a bunch of films people bought on the platform, right? It's like, yeah, it kind of sucks. So yeah. Oh man, that's all I needed to say about it, right? I didn't need to go long, I feel like I agree that like, it's just getting rid of discs in general. I'm playing this game on a disc, yeah. One thing is that, if you want a little inside baseball on the series, I've been using a disc version of Minecraft, and one thing I got on eBay recently is the PS4 disc of Minecraft. So if this ever breaks, or scratches, which is possible. And there was like, it's also funny that like one person friggin' was called out on Twitter, you know, but it's like there is a somewhat of a concern of like discs can frickin' break, but like he was talking about discs rotting, and like that is largely not proven to be true, right? It's like discs can last for like decades upon decades, so it's like the average human lifespan, like you're good to go if you own a disc as long as you take care of it. But there are people who don't take care of discs though. Like discs can scratch. You can frickin' scratch a disc and it'll become unusable because a disc is scratched, right? It's like I have multiple games I've owned that where because it's too scratched it won't play, so it's like you have to be careful of that. But it just goes into like maintaining a disc, you know. Yeah, I don't know if like spraying it with like cleaner does anything. I don't know if that's, or if that's just a myth. I really don't know. Well, what's not a myth is freaking wiping it on your shirt, you know. Wiping the disc on your shirt, you know the freaking disc read error you got on the PS2, man. And the freaking, it just is like spells doom. It's like red freaking mist, and it's like the disc has freaking experienced an error. It's like we're unable to read the disc. It's like, dude, what the hell, man? Why does it have to be so scary? Oh man, you still have to maintain discs, but yeah. You know, I don't know. Not even like, yeah, it's like you need, like, I feel like games existing in physical form should be something that should still be a thing for, you know, decades to come. But yeah, it just sucks that there seems to be no reversing this or recourse from this. It's just like, no, it's like gaming in general is just kind of, yeah, it's just not in a good place right now. Yeah. Related to that, yeah, on the other side, you know, there's been massive layoffs, you know, in a wave of layoffs. It's like industry company wide at Microsoft, but it targeted like a bunch of like studios at Xbox, you know. Obsidian was affected, unfortunately. Bethesda was affected, unfortunately. And it's like they're just refocusing, you know. And like, what do I have to say about that other than it just sucks, man? But it's like, I think like rather, you know, it sucks for this company in particular, but it also just sucks just industry wide, man. It's like there's just layoffs no matter what freaking company it is. But it's like, I guess like on one side it seems to be way more freaking short-minded, you know. But it's like, it's just like, yeah, the larger team of it is just like the line isn't going up fast enough. Like, you've sold this many units instead of our original target. You didn't absolutely blow away expectations. And even when you blow away expectations, friggin', there's never a guarantee that friggin' a studio will be, you know, kept intact or jobs won't be lost, you know. It just, yeah, for the gaming industry as a whole, it just sucks. But there's one small nugget of silver lining, which is, for the people that care, and I'm one of them, apparently Obsidian, like, they were like making like a sequel to Avowed or something, or like it's like almost done. It's like, and you know they're trying to take, they still, some of the team that worked on it still think that they can get put it out, or they will be allowed to put it out. But it's like one thing that was learned is that Obsidian, like, I feel like Xbox themselves is telling Obsidian, hey, look, Bethesda, who knows, man? Who knows when Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna come out? It might come out in 2034. So, can you just make a Fallout game real quick? Can you, like, hey, Josh Sawyer, can you, like, hey, we're gonna put you on a track to make a new Fallout game. Can you do that, man? Can you do that? And it's like, I don't know. Is, you know, will it come out? Is it going to be a thing? Is it real? But it's like, I feel like that is like a result of this, right? Of the restructuring and like the refocusing, right? It's like, hey, look, we know what works. Fallout is one of the things that works. So Obsidian, while Bethesda is like freaking like gonna freaking still in pre-production for Elder Scrolls 6, can you freaking with your production cycle make a Fallout game, man? And it's like, okay, that might get me back into freaking being a gamer, man. It just might. I don't know. Oh, man, I'm trying to find the positives, okay? I know it's a sucky situation. I know it sucks, man, but it's like, look, you know, hey, you gotta find the silver linings where you can. There's no silver linings to discs getting taken away, though. Yeah. But anyways, that's just like a fun thing. An Obsidian Fallout game. It's like, yeah, it's what everyone wanted, right? Back then, it's like what people still want. Ugh, God, I don't know. Yeah, video games, but who cares about that though? Yeah. Oh man, anything else? Yeah, yeah. I like here's like a like something in the I think the Dan Levitard show has like the something to ponder file. I think it was like Stugatz's thing, but it's like, yeah, to co-opt this thing, the something to ponder file. If you were, stop the betting angle. Yeah, I was originally having like the betting angle, but if I were to give someone a choice, not red button, blue button, I'm sorry, not that. If I were to give you a choice, what is gonna come out first? The Winds of Winter or Elder Scrolls 6? What would you choose? If anyone wants to comment down below and knows, like what would you choose? What is gonna come out first? The Winds of Winter or Elder Scrolls 6? I'm genuinely curious. Like, what is gonna come first? The Winds of Winter, Elder Scrolls 6, LeBron retires. The Winds of Winter, Elder Scrolls 6, Caitlin Clark wins an MVP. The Winds of Winter, Elder Scrolls 6, someone under 50 is elected president of the U.S. again. I don't know. Just like, I don't know. The Winds of Winter, Elder Scrolls 6, Jokic gets traded from the Nuggets. It's like, I don't know. It's like something. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. It's just interesting to think of, like, things that are, like, could happen, will have, I don't know. Oh, man. Anything else, man? I wanted to talk about, like, what's gonna title this video, man. I don't know. Do I need to take freaking that long on it, Yeah, it's just music related, Okay. Oh, man. I talked about Alex Eala, like an hour ago at this point now? Oh, man. Okay, so I've been listening to this album recently by this artist, She's called, what is it, Olivia Rodrigo? Has anyone heard of her? So, yeah, this is her third album, and it's called You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So In Love, right? And the headline from this, it's not going to take that much time, I guess, but the headline is that this is her best album yet, man. It's like, dude, I was like, I don't know. I'm not like a stan of her, like I'm not obligated to be a stan of her just because of certain things that we share, similarities we share. But it's like, yeah, I've been interested in like listening to Olivia Rodrigo's music more so than the other pop artists. And it's like, yeah, it's like, it's clear that like this album is like her best yet, man. This is her best album by far. And I guess like I have to give this a review, not like a Fantano type review, but I would be wearing a yellow flannel while reviewing it. It's like, it is pretty freaking great, man. Like, damn, dude. Drop Dead, great song. Maggots for Brains, amazing freaking song, man. Purple, great song. And it's like, and that's the thing, man, is that the true line with Olivia Rodrigo is that she always has the ballad type songs and the non-ballad type songs. And like, 2 albums straight, the non-ballad type songs are way better than the ballads, Is that like, that like, take her last album, for instance, right? Like, what is it? Yeah, Bad Idea, Right, and Get Him Back and Ballad of a Homeschooled Girl are just obviously better than freaking than Vampire, right? Yeah, in my opinion. And like the song where she says that someone's face looks like puff pastry, right? But and like her first album too, it's like Good For You and Deja Vu are better than freaking the entire second half of the album. I would take Good For You and Deja Vu over Driver's License, for instance. But yeah, Driver's License is on the high end. But it's like, dude, even with this album, it's like, yeah, Purple, I feel like is a ballad. Honeybee is a ballad, right? And it's like, dude, like her singing is just, I don't know, there's just something about it on this album that's just really freaking great, man. Yeah, it's like, it really is. She just stepped up her game so much, man. Yeah, I have the album in my personal freaking library. So yeah. Stupid Song, I think, is a ballad. You Plus Me Equals Heart is like heart emoji is like fun, and like that's where she drops the line where it's like, I tried to win over your sister with my cynical sense of humor and my yacht rock music taste. It's like, dude, it's like okay, it's like, I don't know, it's like I'm listening to friggin' Steely Dan to impress your sister. It's like, sure. But it's like, I don't know, yeah, it was a deadline. Her and Daniel Nigro have like talked about it, you know. I don't know, man. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. I haven't even listened to the full album. Yeah, I stopped at The Cure, but yeah, The Cure is like, yeah, that's a ballad, and it's like, dude, that might just be freaking the best song she ever wrote, man. It's like, dude, this is a freaking album, man. Yeah. And like, yeah, the storyline, yeah, I assume like you would know if anyone, you know, has been tapped in with Olivia, right? And like, you know, the story of this album is that she went through her first real relationship, you know, and then, you know, it ended, and this is the album that came from that, right? And like the first half of it is like her falling in love with this guy and being with this guy, and then the second half is like, you know, the breakup and the fallout from it. So yeah. Oh man, yeah, maggots for brains, you know. It's like the riff is just a New Order song, right? Like the guitars on it is just like the guitars on a New Order song, but it's just so freaking good, man. The bridge of that song is amazing. I think so far it's my favorite song. It's probably, yeah, Maggots for Brains and then The Cure and then Drop Dead, but it's like, dude, man, this album, man. Yeah, My Way is like a song where like her and this guy are like having a fight, and it's like, yes, I'm petty, man. You should have known, you know. Of course of course you should have known it. You should have known what you were getting into. Oh man, it's like, dude, I don't know. This, yeah, like, yeah, this album pretty much seals it for me, and for a lot of people probably, that like this is a generational talent, man. I don't know about like comparing it to Wemby, you know, if I want to be Bill Simmons about it, but it's like Olivia is like a generational freaking talent, man. You know, I feel like this isn't someone who's like, oh, she put out a couple good albums and that's it. You know, it's like, I feel like, no, like she is like extremely freaking talented, man. And this is just proof of it, you know. And also she has great taste. And also she's having this like music festival where all the proceeds go to charity, and like she invited a bunch of female artists to friggin' be a part of it, and like one of the artists is Santa Gold, right? And it's like, dude, Santa Gold, man, dude, goddamn. Yeah, who I talked about in my favorite albums of all time. Yeah, I ranked her self-titled album like 50? I think I ranked it in the 60s, so yeah. Oh man, it's like, dude, it's like, yeah, it's like she is just freaking a generational talent, man. Like, it's like, you know, and it's interesting thinking that like, yeah, like who will be like the best like Gen Z kind of artist of the decade, right? And like, I feel like her main competition so far has been Billie Eilish, right? Of the Billie Eilish boomerang idol fame, right? And it's like, I don't know. It's interesting to me, like, if you were to compare like Billie's 3-album run of her first 3 albums and like Olivia's 3-album run of her first 3, because I think like pretty clearly Billie has the better debut, right? Like, it's like, yeah, like aside from Good For You and Driver's License, aside from the singles, you know, it probably isn't really close, you know, because like, you know, the Billie's first album has, you know, Bury a Friend, Bad Guy, and freaking When the Party's Over, I think, or that might have been on an EP, I don't know. Yeah. It has friggin' an Office skit, it has freaking, you know, you know, but like, I don't know, it's interesting starting from like their second and third albums, you know. Yeah, like I wonder if this like critically has been reviewed better than Hit Me Hard and Soft, which is Billie's third album, you know. I don't know, it's interesting to think about, you know. And like their second album, like Happier Than Ever versus Guts, you know. But like, I don't know if you count like the other like extra songs like Obsession and Scared of My Guitar and So American. So American I really love, yeah. And that wasn't on the album proper, it was on the spilled edition of the album. But like, what, there's like Billy Bossa Nova, Happier Than Ever, I Didn't Change My Number on Billy's side of it, you know. Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting to think about, you know. And I guess like Sabrina and Chapel are like, you know, there too, but it's like Chapel only has one album proper out, right? Yeah, and like Sabrina, I guess, has multiple albums, right? Yeah, but it's the thing that like Sabrina wasn't seen on Olivia's level until she released Espresso and friggin' Short and Sweet, though, right? Like, when she released, like, Emails I Can't Send, like, she was not, like, talked about as favorably as she was when she released Espresso and Juno. You know, it's like, it's interesting with Sabrina that it took, like, you know, Short and Sweet and, like, Espresso for her to reach that, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, and like Chapel's, like, she just exploded in popularity. And also she was like opening for Olivia Rodrigo's concerts. Yeah. Oh man. Anything else I have to talk about, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know. Olivia, yeah, she put out a great album, man. Yeah, one of the albums of the year. Oh man. And again, like, I'm just talking about it so much that I'm just losing my voice, man. Oh man. I guess I should just cut without saying it. As far as other music I've been listening to recently, yeah, I guess I didn't have a music update last episode. Yeah, I'm looking at my playlist now. There's a few songs I've added to it. So yeah, one of them is Stars by this 90s band called Hum. It's from an album called You Should, was it? Yeah, You something astronaut, right? Yeah, goddamn, it's here, man. Oh no, this is me playing it. Yeah, You'd Prefer an Astronaut by Hum. Yeah, and the song Stars, really good song. Another song I put on my playlist, Art is Hard by Cursive. And I think Cursive are like an emo band, but I don't know. This album came out in like 2003. It's called The Ugly Organ. And it's very theatrical. It's that kind of theatrical kind of emo, man. And I think it's like a rock opera, or like it's telling a whole story. And like, I think like the song is about, you know, art being hard, you know? It actually is like somewhat relevant, you know? Yeah. Another song I have on the playlist that I added is Umi Says by Mos Def. And I recently got Black on Both Sides. I found Black on Both Sides, the album, in a library, and I just immediately am like, yep, pretty good find. Ripped it to my computer and transferred the ripped album to my phone, and I'm listening to it. So yeah, Umi Says, yeah, it's like one of the like hip-hop songs, but there's like a song called Rock and Roll, where I guess it's like, yeah, it's this expansive album that has multiple genres. There's R&B, there's like funk and reggae a little bit on it, right? And like, this is like one of like the more chill songs, right? And like the refrain, the lyrics of like black people, I want my black people to be free, right? It's like really good, you know. Really like that. Umi Says was also used in a ad for Jordans, right? Back in the 90s. Oh man, yeah, hip hop. The song Hip Hop on the album was also really good. Yeah. So yeah, that's another song I have on my playlist, and another frickin' song I have on my playlist, Precious Time by the Maccabees. And yes, this is another landfill indie band from the UK that released an album in the mid 2000s, man. It's just so good, man. I don't know, man. Yeah. I talked about Young Knives and the Cribs earlier. They're also landfill indie bands, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. The Maccabees, this freaking album, Color It In, and like the riffing on here, oh my god, dude. Yeah, About Your Dress, X-Ray. There's this song called Tissue Shoulders, right? Where like the bass line is so, oh my god, dude. I think it goes. It's like, oh my god, dude. Ooh. It's like, I don't know. It just is the thing that like like I'm just so easy to please when it comes to this type of music. I'm just like, riff, man. If you have a really fun, catchy guitar riff, like an actual guitar riff, not like, you know, the kinds of guitars that are on like the freaking like indie freaking today playlist, you know, not like, you know, guitars that would be on like a Wallows album or like a Bleachers album post freaking post Gone Now, right? It's like an actual freaking guitar riff, man. Give me that freaking guitar riff that sounds like the Cribs or the Kooks or the Wombats or a first album, you know? It's like, why doesn't anyone want a riff like that? It's like, there are guitars in songs, you know? I just talked about Man, Olivia Rodrigo, right? And like the new order guitar on Maggots for Brains, but it's like, I don't know. Like no one wants to riff like it's the 2000s, man. No one wants to have like mid 2000s guitar riffs under songs. You know, I guess there was the Paramore album, yeah, where they said they were their number one inspiration was Block Party, right? Yeah, there was like a little bit of that on Running Out of Time and Stay Comme Ça, right? You know, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, why can't anyone riff like frickin' the Maccabees do, man? Like, I don't know, man. Just the frickin' riffing, man, on About Your Dress, man. Just the lyric, it's like, you stood out like a sore thumb, the most beautiful sore thumb I'd ever seen, right? It's like, yeah, okay, look, man. I mean, obviously it's like extremely corny, but it's like, look, hey. Oh, man, I don't know. Look, man, hey, we could go bar for bar with freaking corny lyrics, man. Everyone has like freaking their artists with corny lyrics that they want to defend, right? We decided what decade we want to time travel to, and we chose the 1830s. It's okay, you know, it's like, look, man, man, I should have done that on like the 1 minute topics. Yeah, you know, a certain couple got married. Yeah, Pete, there was a lot of discourse of just like, oh, this plays into all the negative stereotypes about her. Oh, man, you just shut down Madison Square Garden. It's like, this is just like the ultra rich, man. This is like a capitalism thing, right? It's like, okay, all right, man. But yeah, I mean, yeah, shout out to Taylor and Travis. There you go. I mean, that's all we really have to say. I don't really have anything else on it. Oh, man. But yeah, the Maccabees and like the riffing on this album, it's so good, man. So freaking good. About Your Dress and Precious Time in particular, man. Yeah, the Let's Make Time Work for Us. Yeah, they're just so posh and so, yeah, they're obviously from London, right? It's like there's like bands that sound so like northern, right? Like you know, like the Wombats, just, you know, they do not sound like, yeah, Matthew Murphy does not sound like he's from London at all. But it's like this singer of this band is just like the most like freaking, I'm from London and I have this deep voice. Yeah, glass of water. Yeah, right then. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's like just has that just like freaking yeah, like the most stereotypical like posh London type of accent right there. Yeah, right, yeah. Man, it's like, yeah, but it's just so good, man. I don't know. Of like the landfill kind of bands I listen to, man. Like, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's different cities in England, man. You know, like Bristol is different from Brighton, where the Kooks are from, right? Bristol are where Claxons are from. Newcastle, I think, is where Maximo Park is from, right? And I think Manchester, yeah, were bands from Manchester. The 1975, the Ting Tings, I think, yeah. Man, there's like other, yeah, who's from, yeah, there's a band called the Paddingtons, and they're from Hull, right? Man, yeah, Kaiser Chiefs are from Leeds, and also Alt J, not a landfill indie band, but like another band from the UK is also from Leeds, you know, yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to think, where are the Futureheads from again? They're from the northern England, right? I think the Futureheads might be Newcastle also, or yeah. Some just somewhere up north. Yeah. It's like all these like different bands, England bands, right? All in the mid 2000s, you know, not all of them are from London, man. There's more to England than London, you know, there are more English accents than just pure like posh London, you know, but the Maccabees are one of the ones that are just like, yeah, they're obviously from London. Yeah. Oh man. Do you have anything else, man? Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I've just talked about so many things, man. It's like, it's already 9:30. Oh, man. I've talked about so much, man. Yeah, this episode's gonna be long. Yeah. Okay, do I want to talk about the book I read? You know? Just for like a few minutes, yeah. I won't put a timer on it, but it probably won't take that long. So, yeah, the book I read recently is called Stand Up Yumi Chung. It's by this author called named Jessica Kim. Yeah, so this is a middle grade book. I finally have read a middle grade book after a while. So it's this middle grade book. It came out in 2020, and it's about this girl, Yumi Chung, and the whole thing is that she is interested in stand-up comedy. She is interested in stand-up comedy. She has this YouTuber who makes like comedy videos that she sees as her idol, called Jasper. Yeah. Jasmine Jasper, I think. Yeah. So she idolizes her and her videos, and watching her videos got her into wanting to be a stand-up comedian, right? And like her mom, very Korean of her mom, of just like you need to ace this test, because she needs to ace a test, a standardized test called the SSAT, in order to obtain a scholarship, so they can keep attending this private school, Winston Academy. So, but like Yumi Chung herself is not fond of attending Winston Academy because of the fact that she does not fit in. She feels she doesn't fit in. She gets made fun of. She gets teased about her hair looking like Top Ramen. Oh man, because like she's forced to get this freaking haircut. She can't get like the haircut she wants. Her mom just chooses the type of haircut she has, right? Yeah, so another thing is that her family own this Korean barbecue restaurant in Koreatown, Los Angeles, right? So yeah, but the restaurant has been struggling recently, and a plot point in the book is them trying to save the restaurant, right? Which they do. I guess I'm just spoiling it, but who is honestly, guys, if you are going to read Stand Up Yumi Chung, which I enjoyed as a book, but I hardly think any of the people that are gonna view this are gonna read Stand Up Yumi Chung. So yeah, I'm comfortable in spoiling it. So by the end of the book, they have this fundraiser where they have to raise $6,000 in order to save the restaurant, right? So they end up raising it. They do it through this comedy show, right? They have a comedy show, and everyone, they have an open mic before, but the problem with it is that they offered 50% off, a 50% off deal at for everyone who ate there. So they made half of what they should have made earlier on. But Yumi has the idea at the end of the book to have this event fundraiser thing to save the restaurant, and they actually end up saving the restaurant by raising $7,000 instead of freaking $6,000. I'm like, okay, hey, look. And that's the thing with restaurants, I would assume, where it's the goal isn't to be in the black, right? Which means making a profit. The goal is just to break even. As long as you break even, you're good, man. That's the freaking goal. Just don't, I would assume there's so many restaurants that operate and they just lose money. And just the restaurant industry is just not a very secure, stable business to be in, right? Oh, man. But yeah. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and I guess I jumped the gun because that was the end of the book. But during the book, Yumi herself attends this comedy camp hosted by Jasmine Jasper, where she gets to learn more about how to be funny, how to be a comedian, how to improve her improv skills, how to improve her stand-up skills, right? And it shows off a few of Yumi's stand-up bits, and her making jokes around her Korean culture and her mom, and just how that's the only way she feels like she's herself, right? And she doesn't want to have a career eventually where frickin' she's a doctor or something, right? Classic dilemma, I would say. But yeah, it's I enjoyed it. Yeah, is there anything else I have to say about the book? Yeah, I just the fact that it was a middle grade book about stand-up comedy. And I was thinking about it, I'm I wonder if I don't know if Jessica Kim herself is a stand-up comedian or has a history or background in improv, but it would be interesting to me to see what would this be with other stand-up comedians, if there were other stand-up comedians instructing Yumi or hosting a camp, how different like whoever attended that camp's like philosophy would be in regards to like how they approach freaking stand-up, because you would get a lot of different freaking you know, you could get a lot of different results. But yeah. Oh man, I think like, yeah, one of Jasmine Jasper's like jokes, like they like say is that like, was it like Jasmine like Jasmine Jasper was like sharing a bit where it's like, one of her stand-up bits was like, she was telling a story of like when she got her period, right? And she would put like you know, she put tissues there to freaking stop the bleeding, but like she was playing a game of Twister and like it just dropped out or something. It's like, okay, I did not think that would be in a middle grade book, but you know, anyways. I did read a book called The Dreamweaver, and The Dreamweaver started with, you know, the main character having experiencing that for the first time. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. Oh man, these are the types of books I read, guys, you know. I mean, Caramello also has like a freaking funny section with like the main character and then the awful grandmother. And like it's just like her being like, look, this is how you freaking do it, man. This is how you deal with it. Oh man, I you know, I just have to mention Caramello, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I feel like I need to make a public apology, man. Yeah. You do not see it now, but there was one more video on this channel, and it was basically just me getting too excited because I bought the audio for Loose Woman and Woman Hollering Creek, right? And I uploaded the audio of Sandra Cisneros reading Loose Woman, the poem, right? Just basically, I just recorded it on my phone and just like uploaded it without a second thought. And like it was up for like a couple days and it got taken down via a copyright strike on behalf of Sandra Cisneros' legal representation. I saw the email. Like in the email said like, your video has been taken down. There's been a copyright strike on your channel, which in itself like is like bad, like you know, like but hopefully the copyright strike will get removed because I did this thing called Attend Copyright School and I answered all the right questions. So hopefully it gets taken away in like about 90 days from when I first did it. So yeah. But it's like, yeah, like, I don't know, it kind of was like a reminder that it's like, yeah, that was not a good thing to do. So I would like to issue a public apology, okay? Like, let me just like, yeah. Okay, to Sandra Cisneros, my goat, I am sorry, man. I am sorry for just basically like pirating your work, aiding in the piracy of your work. I mean, I am sorry. I did not mean to do it. I mean, even though I did it, man, I recognize that, yeah, it's not a good thing to do that, to just do it without permission. She herself, if I ever had a conversation with her, would never give me permission to do it, so I'm sorry, you know? I'm like, really, yeah, like seriously, I'm seriously freaking sorry, man. It's like, yeah, it was stupid for me to do. And also, like, on behalf of her legal representation, Stuart Bernstein, I'm sorry for making you have to deal with this. And like, maybe it was a case of like the legal representation side on the internet, because like they probably do like daily to weekly checks, and they just saw this video uploaded and they're like, yeah, no, take it down. So it's just with the quickness, man, with the frickin' swiftness, man. I'm sorry, man. I am sorry. This is me apologizing. I'm sorry. I will not do that, man. I will not do that. I thought that like I should just upload a video of me just like reading freaking Loose Woman in general. I guess I should just put that here, right? Yeah, I should just do that here. So yeah, I guess I will do that in the next segment after like I cut away for the 5th time. But yeah, anyways, I'm sorry for freaking doing that, man. It's on me. Hopefully the strike gets removed. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I apologize. But yeah. Oh, man. Anyways, that was Stand Up Yumi Chung. I enjoyed it. I'm reading a book right now called Esperanza's Box of Saints. Yeah. So, yeah. I will talk about that book hopefully in the next episode. So, yeah. Anyways, here is the last segment of the video. Will there be a list segment? Who knows? But yeah, anyways, here is the last segment of the video. Alright, I am in the final segment of the video, man. It's been so long, man, but hopefully it's not 3 hours. Yeah, okay. As part of my repentance, I am sorry again. I really am sorry, man. Yeah, I shouldn't have done it, yeah. But, you know, it's good that that video got taken down, man. Yeah, you know, look. I made an extremely dumb, stupid decision, man, and I paid the price for it. So, you know. But something I just wanted to do, you know, an idea I had was just reading the poem Loose Woman myself, you know? Because, like, what? You can't copyright my own voice, you know? That's the thing. If I read it myself, that's the thing. That's, you know, it's just me freaking enjoying the work. That's what I should have done originally. I'm sorry. I am sorry that I just did not do that originally, man. Yeah, like I read sections of Caramello, right? Hopefully, because of me saying that, I will not get copyright strikes on those videos, and hopefully my channel won't get taken down. But while it's still up, I'm going to read probably the best poem in this collection, which is Loose Woman. Okay, so I have to get into character a bit, you know. I won't do that much to my voice, but yeah, okay, so this is Loose Woman by the GOAT herself, man. This is Loose Woman by Sandra Cisneros, read by me. All right. Okay. Let me just do it right now. They say I'm a beast and feast on it, when all along I thought that's what a woman was. They say I'm a bitch, or which I've claimed the same and never winced. They say I'm a matcha, hell on wheels, viva la vulva, fire and brimstone, man-hating, devastating, boogie woman lesbian. Not necessarily, but I like the compliment. The mob arrives with stones and sticks to maim and lame and do me in. All the same, when I open my mouth, they wobble like gin. Diamonds and pearls tumble from my tongue, or toads and serpents, depending on the mood I'm in. I like the itch I provoke, the rustle of rumor, like crinoline. I am the woman of myth and bullshit. True, I altered some of it. I built my little house of ill repute, brick by brick, labored, loved, and masoned it. I live like so. Heart is sail, ballast, rudder, bow. Rowdy, indulgent to excess, my sin and success. I think of me to gluttony. By all accounts, I am a danger to society. I'm Pancho Villa. I break laws, upset the natural order, anguish the Pope and make fathers cry. I am beyond the jaw of law. I am La Desperada, most wanted public enemy, my happy picture grinning from the wall. I strike terror among the men. I can't be bothered what they think. Que se vayan a la ching chang chong. For this, the cross, the Calvary. In other words, I'm anarchy. I'm an aim well, shoot sharp, sharp-tongued, sharp-thinking, fast-speaking, foot-loose, loose-tongued, let loose, woman on the loose, loose woman. Beware, honey. I'm bitch, beast, matcha, watchale, ping, ping, ping. I break things. And that was Loose Woman by my GOAT, DeGoat. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for posting the video, man. Do I have anything else to get into before? Nah, I've talked about so many freaking things, man. Jesus. Okay, mini Twitter segment, okay? Love Island is ending. There's, like, karaoke. Cool, sure. Big Brother started. Rachel got eaten by a velociraptor. They brought Rachel back after she was on 27, and they brought her back the next season. It's like, okay. Rick Devens and D are on BB28. Yeah. Congress called in a hostile act review over a fadeaway jumper. Gee. Bill Simmons talking about the NBA. The second apron that they put in is having so many ramifications for team building, player building, and they did this to basically protect the owners. Yeah. Oh, man. Anything else, man? Too much, man. Too much. Oh man, yeah. There's been a lot of Jackass on my feed recently because like the best and last movie came out, and like one thing is that Bam Margera just freaking hates Johnny Knoxville and Jeff Tremaine, like the producer behind Jackass, right, in the films, right? It's like he hates Johnny Knoxville, man. Bam Margera's doing a lot better. You know, he's sober. He's been sober for like a few years now, since 2023, and it's like, yeah, but he just hates Johnny Knoxville so much. But like in the best and last movie, there was like, people have been calling it's a clip show, but there's just only like a few actual new stunts and scenes in it. But like most of it is just remembering the good times, right? And like Bam was in a bunch of them. Oh man, yeah. Stop. I love Johnny Knoxville's relationship with April and Phil. Yeah, and that's the thing is like at the red carpet, April and Phil were there. Yeah. One thing I didn't know is that, Phil was in a wheelchair. Yeah, it's kind of, is a thing. But yeah, but like April and Phil, it's like, they're cool, man. Yeah, like they have just put up with so much of Bam's shit, man, over the years of just like him just, making his parents' life hell, right? But also, like, he, made a lot of money for his parents, I would assume, he, maybe, like, but I don't know, like, how much materially he that's the trade-off of just, like, your lives being broadcast like that and freaking having, like, wild animals being in your house and, like, yeah, but, oh, man, yeah, I guess, another thing to talk about, someone passed away. People have been talking about another person passing away, so yeah, anyways. Oh man, okay, this is the list segment again. So this is my favorite books of all time, but it's a little different because I talked about the list update segment, so things are moved around, and like I guess I have to do like 51 through 60. I'm comfortable doing 51 through 60, but it is kind of like a little bit fluid, right? It probably is like a lot fluid because, I want to keep on doing this and like keep on updating this because if I ever, do the series for like however many more years, right, my list will be more solid, I feel like, like I feel pretty confident that The House on Mango Street, Caramello, Eliza and Her Monsters, The Hate You Give, Mercy Suarez Can't Dance, like that, those will still be in there, pretty much everything in my top 10, The Catcher in the Rye, Flowers for Algernon, The Joy Luck Club, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Wild and Meat and the Bully Burgers, that could be something different, man. I don't know, there's like, I got the third Lois Ann Yamanaka book from her debut, so like there's Wild Meat and the Bully Burgers, which was her debut, and there's Blues Hanging, which I talked about earlier this year. And then there's a book called Heads by Harry. So, teaser, like they do in like shonen anime. Heads by Harry. I'm interested in that book, let me just say. Yeah, Upside of Unrequited is my number 10 still. So yeah, I did the list update segment. So yeah, I guess I will be quicker about this than I am. So, I'm just gonna go over what is new on the list. So, yeah, I'm not gonna show the covers for books I've already talked about in previous book list segments. So, yeah, okay. Starting from number 51. This is 51 through 60 of my favorite books of all time. So, are we ready, man? Are we ready? So, number 51 on my list, A Man Called Ove by Frederick Backman. So it moved down. These are books that have moved down on my list. Number 52, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist by Rachel Cohn and David Levitin. So, yeah, those are the new 51 and 52. So, the first new edition on the list. Number 53 on the list, American Panda by this author, Gloria Chow. Oh man, hopefully I can find the original cover of it. Yeah, it got like an illustrated edition, but yeah, I really like the original one where it's like this, this Chinese American girl like looking at like a cappuccino or something, right? Her side profile. Yeah. Oh man, I'll do my best to like remember these, but yeah, but that's the thing, like there's a reason why they're on the list, of like I remember them. This is like a great coming of age story, an Asian immigrant child coming of age story, about this girl. She goes to MIT, right? And she has this romance with a Japanese American boy, which is already a problem, right? And like, there's this interesting thing where it's like she's Chinese American, but she's like from the mainland China, right? but she gets assigned a roommate at MIT where her roommate's from Taiwan, and like there's like a bit of conflict there, right? Of like her roommate was like, oh my god, can I have another roommate? It's like I can't freaking be your roommate, I'm sorry. It's like, and it's like there's something, and it's like it's without them even having like a single argument. It's like she just learned, it's like, oh, you're not Taiwanese. It's like yeah, I think that's what's the case, but yeah, this is a coming of age story with a romance in it about this Chinese American girl who, has a very strict mother. And like, there's like, the one thing I remember, I think it's more fun doing it from like memory after not reading the book for a while. I don't actually own this in audio or in physical form, but I do remember reading it. It was like a book I borrowed from the library, like you should do, Please go to a library, man. Please go to a library and borrow a fiction book, man. Even if it's like freaking Dan Brown, even if it's freaking whatever, man. It's like, just read a book, man. That's the thing. But yeah, this main character, I could just look on Goodreads to know the main character's name, man. Yeah, I probably should do that, man. Yeah. But like, one thing I remember is that like there are chapters in it, right? Like there are chapters in it, and like there are like sections where it shows like the main character's mom sending voicemails, and like there's like transcripts of the voicemails. And like, yeah, her mother is like very superstitious, and like one of the superstitions and like things she instructs her daughter to do is in one chapter she's like, look, your face is too fat. Here's what you need to do to eliminate your face fat. You need to take a wooden spoon and you need to pat it. You need to pat it on your cheeks. That's what you need to do. You need to do that like 100 times. It's like, what the like, that's the thing I remember. I swear to God I remember that, man. I swear to God that's part of the book, man. I would like to think it was, man. Oh, man. Come on, man. I'm searching it on Goodreads right now. There you go. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. On Goodreads it has the cover. Yeah. At 17, May should be in high school, but skipping 4th grade was part of her parents' master plan. Now a freshman at MIT, she is on track to fulfill the rest of this predetermined future. Become a doctor, marry a pre-approved Taiwanese Ivy Leaguer, produce a litter of babies. Oh, yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah, no, it's the opposite. Yeah, it's the opposite, that May is Taiwanese and, like, her roommate is from the mainland, and, like, there's conflict because of that. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm sorry. She's Taiwanese herself. See, that's the thing. That's something I would have not have corrected myself on if it weren't for me reading the Goodreads thing. But when May reconnects with her brother Jing, who is estranged from the family for dating the wrong woman, May starts to wonder if all the secrets are truly worth it. Can she find a way to be herself, whoever that is, before her web of lies unravels? Yeah. This is kind of the same thing with like stand-up Yumi Chung, where it's like there's like a lie where like, yeah, in stand-up Yumi Chung, the thing I didn't talk about is that she attends this comedy camp behind her parents' back, and like she pretends to be another girl. In stand-up Yumi Chung, she pretends to be this character, this girl called Kei Nakamura. So she is a Korean girl, pretends to be a Japanese girl. It's like, okay, I don't know. But yeah, American Panda, I really enjoyed it, man. Yeah, it's like, it would make sense that, I enjoy, second generation immigrant coming of age stories with Asian main characters, I don't know, it's just something I like. I don't know, man. These are the kinds of books I like to read, Oh, man. Anyways, yeah, so that's the new number 53. Hopefully I talked about it enough. I just enjoyed it, man. It was fun. The scenes with her and this guy at MIT are really cool, are really fun to read. I just like just the comedy of her mother, And like, yeah, there's a really good line. Yeah, the title comes from a line where her mother is like, where she's like, yeah, there was one time where it's like her mother's like, you need to watch your diet. You need to, and then they're like having pizza, right? And then friggin', yeah, to spite her mom in front of her, she's like, I'll have a meat lover's pizza, please. I'm just having as much frickin' meat as possible, okay? It's like, yeah. And at the very end of the story, I think like she's eating like the food she wants to eat. She decides to switch over to business, I think, instead of medicine. But it's like, her mom is like, oh man, I love you, May. You're my daughter, my American panda. You know, I just like that term. Yeah, like how it fits into the title, like an American panda. You know, like pandas obviously aren't native to frickin' America, but you know, it's a play on frickin', you know, reconciling your two identities. That is the topic for a lot of college essays. You know, not mine. I didn't write it. I didn't submit a frickin' personal statement based off of that. Really. Okay, all right. I'm only focusing on new editions here. Yeah, I moved out of the Easy by Ruta Sepetys to 54. So yeah, that's the new number 54. Okay, so number 55 on the list, Leche by R. Zamora Lynn-Mark. Yeah, I don't need a Goodreads for this, right? Yeah. It's about this main character who's gay. He's 22 years old. He's Vince, right? He's a Filipino living in Hawaii, and he decides, because he got second place in a beauty contest, he gets to go on an all expenses paid trip in Manila and has just an adventure there. You know, he meets a bunch of people, he sees a lot of things. There's like sections of the book where he's like sending postcards to his brother and his sister, and he's just like, yeah, it's just him reacting to just like how freaking wacky and wild like traveling and traversing through Manila is, you know, as someone who's never been to the Philippines before. Or no, he's been to the Philippines but not Manila. Yeah, and like, yeah, there's like this true line in the story of his grandfather like passing away when he was younger, right? And the book ends when he's like visiting the house he used to visit with his where his grandfather lived, right? So yeah, it's basically, yeah, the book. Oh, it's there. It's nice. I just like reading these Filipino stories by Filipino American authors, you know. I'm interested in reading Rolling the R's. That might be the thing that replaces this one on the list, if I enjoy it enough. Oh man, which, like, I don't know, like, I might read it this year, I might wait until next year. I mean, like 2025, so last year I read it, so yeah, I'm due to read more. Oh man, yeah, I'm just talking about these books enough, right? Yeah, okay. Number 56 on the list, another book I talked about before, but this is a new edition. This is Dear Wendy by Anne Zhao. Oh man, should I just like go off the Goodreads frickin' like descriptions of these books, man? Yeah, I could just go to my books because I have them already. Let me just do that. But yeah, this book is about asexuality first and foremost, right? And there's this, yeah, let me see, man, let me go off of the freaking let me go off of the Goodreads description first, man. Let me see, man. Yeah, wait. I'm scrolling, I'm doing the load more button. Man, come on. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, the thing is that I remember this book, like, yeah, like, this is, like, one of the books I remember, like, being talked about when, like, the author was, like, pitching it, like, back when I was part of that, back when I was, like more, like, in, like, on that side of Twitter, but it's, like, I don't know, yeah, it's just interesting that I saw it come out, I saw it, you know, I saw the book, and I immediately got it, right? In my bookstore, in a bookstore near me. Yeah. Dear Wendy's Sophie and Joe, two aromantic and asexual students at Wellesley College, which is a historically, like, female college, right? Engage in an online feud while unknowingly becoming friends in real life in this dual POV young adult contemporary debut from Anne Zhao. Sophie Chi is in her first year at Wellesley College, despite her parents' wishes that she attend a real university rather than a liberal arts school, and has long accepted her aromantic and asexual identities, despite knowing she'll never fall in love. She enjoys running an Instagram account that offers relationship advice. Yeah, she offers relationship advice under the account Dear Wendy, and then Joe is the other character who's non-binary, and then they are just like a commenter at first, right? And they are like replying, like, and like they're kind of being really passive aggressive and just like, why are you taking this so seriously? Oh my god, like, why? Oh man. Yeah, and then, their account is called Sincerely Wanda. And, like, the thing is that it's a riff on Dear Wendy, where Wanda is, like, the unserious kind of goofy version of doing the advice thing that Wendy is doing. Yeah, but, like, it's kind of a thing that, like, Sophie is like, I take this so seriously, even as, like, an aromantic, asexual person. It's like, I take giving out this advice seriously. I do research, man. I'm like a human AI model, you know? No, sorry. But it's like, I research this, I do this, and then it's like, you're just coming in here with Instagram stories, just being like, it's not that serious, man, just friggin', do this, regards to this situation, Yeah, and then they have a feud, and then they get entangled, and like they have a not romance, but a deep connection that's aromantic, and they bond in real life over being asexual and aromantic, and there's really great conversations between all of the characters in the book about being asexual and aromantic. Yeah, and it's just really nice. The same way, like in Indestructible Object, there's just like, how like I praised the book multiple occasions for like showcasing like polyamory, especially in like a YA book, and just like the thought process and the perspective of someone who is discovering that part of themselves for the first time. I just like, the part of this book that I like a lot is just the very honest conversations all the characters have, and just like, they're just conversing about their identities and their feelings and their thoughts surrounding their identities so openly and honestly and authentically. It's just nice. It's just like nice to see that like a book like this exists. Oh man, there you go, man. Okay, number 57 on the list, another new edition, Pet by Akweke Emezi. I could finally talk about this book. I really did not give this book a fair shake, man. I did not give this book a fair shake, man, when I first freaking read it, I talked about it very, very briefly, but it was like me talking, it was like latched on to like me talking about A Raisin in the Sun, so yeah. Okay, let me read the description to jog my memory. Man. There are no monsters anymore, or so the children in the city of Lucille are taught. Jam and her best friend, and Jam is like trans. Like the fun the really just cool thing is that this is like a book where every character basically is black, and like Jam is a trans girl, right? And it just like was such like a cool thing that like in the opening like chapters or description, there was just like just a section of like Jam, they called Jam a boy, and then but Jam true like constant like pressing, there was like one time where she got really upset at that, and she just said girl over and over again, and so like her parents were just like, oh, you're a girl, oh, I'm sorry, we'll get you on like hormones, and we'll get you on puberty blockers, and do all the steps we would do to raise a child who's trans, right? And it's just, there's nothing to that. There's no like, oh, there's conflict surrounding that. It's like, no, that's it. That's literally what happens. It's like her parents are so loving and accepting of her, right? That like, when they learn they had a trans child, they're like, okay, we're going to support you. We're going to freaking love you the same way. It's not anything to us, man. We're so glad that you were able to tell us this as like a very young child, Yeah. Oh man, Jam and her best friend Redemption have grown up with this lesson all their life, but when Jam meets Pet, who's this like creature that comes out of like one of the paintings her mom draws because her mom's a painter, a creature made from horns and colors and claws, and a drop of Jam's blood, she must reconsider what she's been told. So like Pet, the thing is that like this Pet thing that comes out of the painting is there to hunt a monster, and like there's a monster, but it's like, wait, I thought we got rid of all the monsters. That's like, I thought there are no monsters in Lucille, just like there's no war in Ba Sing Se, which was not said in the show, but there are no monsters in Lucille. We had a whole revolution. We freaking, like the people who were revolutionaries in this effort to get rid of the monsters were seen as heroes. It's like, how could there be a monster there? But it's like, and then there's like the speculation of who it could be, and then like it was within, and then they kind of narrow it down throughout the book to make it be like, like it's within Redemption's family, right? And like, it's a whole thing, and I don't know, like, there's like so much I could say about it, you know. It's this kind of, yeah, very cool kind of sci-fi speculative thing, right? But it's like the utopia part of it is like the most interesting part of just like, imagine like a world where friggin', you know, just like you just had, if you were a trans child, you just had parents and friggin', and your parents just immediately accepted you without any second thought. Like, imagine a world where there is no worrying about friggin' racism or homophobia or transphobia, right? It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, that's what they got rid, that's what they eradicated during the revolution. There was no, yeah, like, imagine, like everyone got to live how they pleased, you know? Like, you know, like, James' mom gets to make art because there's no capitalistic pressure to friggin' earn a living through friggin', you know, like, having to friggin' work, you know, a 9-to-5 job, right? It's like, that's the thing. It's like that, like, that's the cool part of it. It's just like, Akwaeke Emezi as an author, she just is just like, they're just like, oh, like, what if, like, this society was just utopian except for the fact that, you know, there's this one person, you know? And the lesson at the end of it, I feel like one of them is that, like, there will always be a need to watch out for potential problems, even in, like, a society that looks utopian. There's always going to be, like, a chance that, like, one person is not who they seem, and one person, and it's like there needs to be, like, the people who watch out for that, you know? Like, it's like to like just outright say, like, okay, we're done hunting monsters. That's it. There's no monsters in this place, you know? It's like, that's not sensible because there's always the chance that it could crop up again, you know? Or like, was a person you thought was a hero ends up to actually not be, you know? Which is somewhat what happens in the story. Yeah, and yeah, I guess. Is there anything else I have to talk about here? In their riveting and timely young adult debut. Oh, so this was a young adult book. Yeah, I read this thinking it was a middle grade book. I don't know. It's weird because, like, I thought it was a middle grade book, and then they had, like, swear words in it. It's like, oh, no, it's not a middle grade book. Okay. Acclaimed novelist Akwaeke Emezi asks difficult questions about what choices you can make when the society around you is in denial. Oh, man. Anyways. Yeah, so that's that book. Hopefully I talked about it a little bit more in depth, man. Oh, man. Oh, my God. This next book, number 58 on the list. A book I've talked about a couple times previously and read a section of. On the Road by Jack Kerouac. Yeah. I mean, do I need to talk about this more? It's like, yeah, I don't know. I decided to put it on the list, you know, because the more I distance myself from it, the more time I spend away from it, the more I feel like, you know, it's a book that I enjoyed the story of it, or like the lack of story of like Dean Moriarty, friggin', who's Neil Cassidy, and friggin' Sal Paradise, who's Jack Kerouac, and their adventures, and like how like it's like male friendship, you know? Is there like a hint, a shade of like toxic masculinity within their friendship? It's like, yes, but it's like, you know, I think like the whole thing about it is just like, you know, the love for America, you know, and like the places and the road and friggin', you know, just like the friendship that is fostered throughout the book, you know, how friggin' like, you know, didn't I talk about that? How we're like, I was like thinking like, is that all there was? Was it just only a friendship? Was there anything that Sal was thinking about in regards to friggin' Dean Moriarty, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, them going to Mexico together. It's like, yeah, that's the thing. It's a book that I feel like inspired a lot of people to be more adventurous in their lives, you know, or like think about life differently, you know? Yeah, it's a nice, I think it's, you know, it has a rightful argument to be like seen as essential in American literature, specifically. So yeah, man, it's a book that, you know, I did enjoy reading it, you know, and I feel like I could see myself coming back to it, you know, over the years. So yeah, that's why it's on the list. Yeah. Oh, man. Number 59 on the list. A book I haven't talked about. Yeah, a book I have not talked about, but I remember fondly. The Truth About Alice by Jennifer Mathieu. Hopefully I'm saying that right. It's Mathieu. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, man, let me find this book on Goodreads first, man. But I know about, yeah, it's a book where there's like 4 different perspectives, and they're trying to find, they're all talking about this girl called Alice, and they're trying to find the truth about Alice, you know? And do you find the truth about Alice? And there is like an actual like section, yeah, like Alice's perspective is in the book, but yeah, let me see. There you go. I like the cover of it too. The cover of it's really cool because it's like, yeah, hopefully I showed it, right? It's like this cover, right? It's like supposedly Alice, right? And it's like the words of the title like are just scrawled all over her in big letters. Yeah. Oh man. Ooh, this was a nominee for reader's favorite debut Goodreads author. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's the synopsis. Everyone knows Alice slept with 2 guys at one party. When Healy High star quarterback Brandon Fitzsimmons dies in a car crash, it was because he was sexting with Alice. Ask anybody. Rumor has it Alice Franklin is a slut. It's written all over the slut stall and the girls. Alice had sex in exchange for math test answers, and Alice got an abortion test last semester. After Brandon dies, the rumors start to spiral out of control. In this remarkable debut novel, 4 Healy High students who are like the fun thing about it is that like the perspectives are like varied and like they all represent different types of like high school and teenage stereotypes, right? Like there's the nerdy guy, there's the popular girl, there's I think like the star quarterback's like best friend, right? And then there's Alice herself, right? Who gets like her own like section or chapters at the very end. Yeah. So yeah. Well, yeah. 4 Healy High students tell all they know about Alice, and in doing so, reveal their own secrets and motivations, painting a raw look at the realities of teen life. But in this novel from Jennifer Matthew, exactly what is the truth about Alice? In the end, there's only one person to Alice herself. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm losing my voice just even talking about this. I don't know. There might be something with my voice just freaking in this episode in particular. Yeah. Yeah, I just like how varied the perspectives are. I like how it's like all like different first person perspectives, right? And like one girl's story is like very, you know, interesting, you know. Yeah, one girl's story had to do with something regarding sleeping with a guy, right? For the first time, right? Yeah, I don't know. I have fond memories reading this in my high school library back in 2017, right? Yeah, no, I think it was 2017. Yeah. But yeah, I guess like the author, this author's next book after this was a book called Moxie, which is, yeah, it has this like a Netflix adaptation, you know, it's about, yeah, that book is about a girl, I talked about it in an episode previously, but it's about a girl who is tired of like the girls at her school being treated unfairly, and like gets into the Riot Girl movement and like makes zines, you know, and like starts like somewhat of like a feminist revolution in her school, but like not totally like revolutionary as in like leftist politics, but just like, you know, something where it's like, hey, the girls at the school need to stand up, you know, that's that kind of thing, you know. But yeah, I remember having like fond memories reading this book, you know. Yeah, and like it, like, yeah, one detail I remember, Alice's favorite book is The Outsiders. Yeah, and like there's a section where like the nerdy guy freaking, because like the nerdy guy is tutoring Alice, right? And like he gives her a copy of like The Outsiders or something. Yeah, or like she gives him a copy of The Outsiders. Yeah, and like the end of it, like she it's somewhat implied that she and the nerdy guy are gonna start dating soon. So yeah. Oh man. Okay. Right, there you go. There's number 59. Ooh, number 60 on the list. Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World by Ashley Herring Blake. Yeah, This is a middle grade book, right? Yeah, this is a middle grade book. And, I don't know. Instead of the Goodreads instead of the Goodreads thing, let me read something that someone I know really well wrote. I just have to go here. I should have just like prepared it before, but yeah, let me see. I'm just typing out the website right now. It's a WordPress site. Yeah. Okay, I figured it out. Sorry for that cut, man. Unexpectedly. It's just that friggin', you know, a privacy error occurred. Dude, it's you know, okay. Let me just read what this frickin' person said. Someone wrote about this book, you know, that's very close to me. About Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World. Let me see what they wrote. Okay. My voice is so scratchy too, man. Dude, I'm trying not to have it be scratchy, but yeah. Okay. If character-driven stories are what you want, middle grade has them in droves. This book seems to be the prime example of LGBTQ representation in that space. And for good reason. It isn't really about sexuality. I actually think it is about sexuality. Whoever this person is, kind of wrong. It isn't really about sexuality so much as it's about figuring your identity in general in the age where you experience the most amount of change personally and emotionally. The best part about the book for me was the chapter Questions, where Ivy, the main character, asks an older gay woman about topics she'd been too afraid to ask previously, and the woman answers Ivy like she's an equal. No talking down or simplifying necessary. The book obviously isn't for me. Though it's for kids like, isn't for me though. It's for kids like Ivy in middle school or similar situations right now who are wondering about the exact same things regarding their identity. It's a library essential, and I'm glad I took the very successful plunge into reading more middle grade this year. That was on a blog called A Blog on MangoStreet.com, and it was written by none other than yours truly. So yeah, that's what I thought of the book back then. I thought it would be fun for me to just like read what I wrote about it, but yeah. It's about this girl, Ivy Aberdeen. Her house gets freaking totally destroyed in a storm. I don't know how realistic that is. Yeah, people have lost their houses in storms and tornadoes. But yeah, it's like it leads her to, there's been someone sharing secrets about her, and she has to find out who it is. Yeah, and it just is a whole story. And like, I remember just really enjoying it. Yeah, it's a nice coming of age story and a nice like bit, yeah, as I said myself, like of LGBTQ representation, you know. Yeah, Ashley Herring Blake has like other books, other middle grade books. I think she also has like YA books, but yeah. But like, I feel like, I don't know if like she's known more for books like Delilah Green Doesn't Care more so than she is for Ivy Aberdeen now. I don't know. I personally don't know. Like, I could do the research for it, but yeah, I personally don't know. So yeah. As my voice is just like disappearing. Yeah, I've spoken for so long, like 2 hours straight. So yeah. Oh man. All right. Thank you so much for watching. That's the episode. That is the list segment, right? Yeah, that's the list segment. It's like, that was number 60 on the list, right? Oh man. Let me see, man. Yeah. Man. Yeah, that was the list segment. It was so, oh my god, dude. My voice has just disappeared, man. It's gone. I don't know why. Yeah, just now, as of now. Yeah, so this actually might be 3 hours now that I think of it. And like, I'll be sure to cut enough so it's not 3 hours. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. That was the episode. A long one. There will be chapters, don't worry. So thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next episode.